Good morning. Hope everyone is well. And I was not muted on my own stream, so that's a great start to the day. I guess I don't know how to stream anymore. Good job, me. Good job. Hey, Flint. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Right, let me refresh my coffee, and then we can get started. Hopefully, the outside noise is not too much. I just heard a truck go by. That's not what y'all want. All right, hang out. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Probably just gonna restart the timer because it's gonna take me longer than a minute and a half. Oh, shoot. There's lawn care clock there too. All right, hang out. At least get a bio if I don't get more coffee because my stein is still nearly full. And put on a hoodie because it's surprisingly chilly today. So hang out, BRB. All right, I'm back. Let me grab something off the other desk to fiddle with because, of course, I need something to fiddle with. Hey, Silverstone. Hey, Zero. Hi, Dad. AKA One Kelly. And depending on who is free, if people want to join in the conversation, I will open up voice chat. I should probably turn on the camera. I will let you all perceive me today. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, no, not at work. Boo work. Hi, y'all. Thank you. Yes, the bun I posted had to come down, though. The picture I posted, I was good until I tried to put on headphones. Then my hair was like, no, thank you. Oh, hello. Oh, I just got my hair done. He put it in a fishtail, like a ponytail. I'm also just futzing with those dice I poured yesterday on stream. It does, Jess. Now that you say that, it absolutely does. I'm also just fiddling with the dice that I poured yesterday while we talk. Boo, office. Boo. Hi, Lamia. Hey, Sky Society. Well, this D6 came out fine. I don't know if you can actually see it, but this is that coppery prismatic that said Phoenix. I'm pulling them out of the molds while we chat. I'll take photos. It's hard to show on stream. But yes, so my thread, good morning, hello, good time zone. But yeah, so far they're looking good. I just struggle with these individual molds because they're very much hand poured molds. But can someone grab? But yeah, I had to get my hair done, and the guy who does my hair was open, and because Motherlands is on hiatus, I did not have to be home by 5 o'clock. So yeah, it worked out. Yeah, because I don't necessarily know where people are. Thanks, Dimples. 5 hours yesterday. 5 hours. 5 hours in the chair. Oh, why are you like this? Oh dear. Sorry, this one has like a big gap in it. And when I poked it, it actually like pushed back in, but the rest of the dice from that same batch are rock hard, so I'm a little concerned. But yes. Also, this is really hard to get out. So if I make a face, I'm struggling to get this out of the mold. I'm not making a face at you all. But yeah, my thread. So let me go back and grab it, because now I'm like, shit, what did I say? So, blah, 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 blah. God, who quote tweeted me? Oh, sorry, I always make a face when I see quote tweets. Oh, it was me. I quote tweeted myself. Panther. Yo, Canva is great because I have no spatial reasoning. All right, this D20 may just be stuck in here. I can't get it out. Hi, Bo Jaeger. Yeah, I figured just chatting, you get to see my face, and I got my hair done, so you get to see all of this. But no makeup. That was too much effort. Too much effort. Yeah, she works. I'm seriously struggling to get this fucking D20 out of this mold, so I'm gonna leave it alone for a minute. Yes, Kelly. If you did, I've not seen it. No, you have not sent it to me. Oh goodness, Karama, you're up early and on. Hello, hello. Good morning. Oh, nice. All right, we'll turn. Okay, follower only chat is off. Hi, y'all. Good morning. What were you up to so early, Karama? Hello, Raiders. Welcome on in. I also probably should not separate these from their proper molds. Uh-huh. That makes me not believe you, Kelly. I hope you know that. Uh-huh. What did you two do? Oh, hi. Thanks for the raid. Good morning. So I was iffy on going live, and then I did my thread, and then I saw a lot of people replying, and I'm like, fuck it. Let's go live and talk about this, because why not? Angelic. Okay. Oh, okay, this is weird. Sorry. The D6 is fine. Parts of this D4 are literally like... Oh no, this isn't done. Sorry, that D4 is not done. I should not have taken it out of the mold. It's squidgy. I'm sorry, I got totally distracted by this. This D4 literally just squeezed some resin out. It is so not done, even though it's a small die. I squeezed it because I saw air bubbles and resin came out of the top. That was concerning. Pardon me while I get an alcohol wipe. Yeah, but it's resin and it's sticky. And it's not fun. I'm leaving the rest of those right where I found them. Even though that's been in the mold for 24 hours, it's not done. You probably don't want to put this on a pancake, Kelly. Sorry. Hi, Raiders. Good morning. Rama, what were you up to? Oh, yeah, dimples. Oh, yeah, I am absolutely cleaning my hands. That's why I went out of frame to grab alcohol wipes. What? You're gaming? What were you gaming? Can I get a shout out for the blurred girl? If we did not already. But yeah, my thread. And Dimples, if you want to join on voice, and you can, let me know. Yeah, this D4 is not done at all. D4 is absolutely not done. There was not enough resin. When I thought I had enough resin for this, it was a lie. Hi, Cosmo. Yeah, so this D4 was not done at all. At all whatsoever. It's actually kind of weird. See if I can put it back in the mold. Oh, this was just extra resin from the D10 set. It might be, but I'd have to mix some UV resin. This isn't UV resin. This was epoxy resin. And I don't have a scene on OBS set up for the crafting station. Well, I do, but it looks terrible. Anyway. Kind of zombie high curious notions. I probably could mix some UV and fix it. It's just a pain. Oh, I'm sorry, Jess. Yeah. All right, let me get on voice. If you want to join and you're already in my Discord. Oh, no, I know. I know. This sounds terrible. I'm really glad they put L and R in these headphones. Because some days, y'all, not great, honestly. Although as uncured as that D4 is, I'm concerned about the D20 and the D8, so I'm leaving them right there. Also, I'm getting this extra stuff, flaky bullshit off my desk. Also, let me try to change my audio source. If I don't change my audio source, no one's gonna hear me. There we go. I am in Stream Room in my Discord. If anyone wants to join me, just say hi first. And it's a lot going on, Karama, and I'm tired. And I've said this before. Oh, I don't design dice. I just buy molds. I don't design anything. Sorry.
Just pop in and then pop back out.
Well, good morning. Hi, Jordan.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Dimples. So yeah, you said you were talking to a friend about the topic in the thread the other day?
Yeah, because I've been feeling the same way. Like when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is straight out of my brain.
Oh, were we having same brain day?
It was. I was like, woof.
Yo, some days it's like that though. You see a thread and you're like, were you spying on me?
Like seriously, because I've been so busy, and that's a new feeling for me. But I like streaming, but I just sometimes I get up in the morning and I'm up and about and I'm like, I should push the button and do the thing. And I was like, but people haven't even been watching my streams. I'm like, at this point, I'm barely getting the payout. And I'm like, should I even do it? Because I'm getting paid more for stuff I'm doing outside of streaming.
Yeah.
I snuck in.
We have a Kelly.
Oh, hi, Kelly.
Yeah, maybe. For 10 seconds until somebody knocks on the door of my office.
Hey.
But yeah, that's a total feel. I'm sitting here going, is it worth putting on my face and getting in the mood to be on, air quotes, for people that don't not that many people. And it's like I said, I know that I have a small community compared to a lot of people, and they're great, but it's tiring. It's difficult.
Yeah, but it's also, remember, it's quality over quantity.
Yeah.
To me, 100%.
It's less even about the numbers. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, yes, we have a Kelly briefly.
Yeah, and what do you mean, oh my God, about our names with me and Fairbear? Those are fantastic names.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's... I'm running a game. This is going to be... So, it's me and Red are running a game we're co-DMing for the Halloween times.
All good, Tuck. All good. I hope things are going well.
Oh, hi, Tuck.
Wait.
Hello.
Oh, Zero. Good morning.
Zero, for once you were too low.
Oh, wow.
Let me also make sure I don't have to boost anyone. Because as we know, Discord likes to change your audio.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Yep, Zero.
In fairness, Dimples, you also told us that we got 10,000
You knew what I meant.
Yes, and Zero, I've
But I
boosted
also
you.
have what you typed.
Is that better?
Yes, it is much
Yeah,
better.
you're good.
Sweet.
Oh God. Sorry, I just got my credit card bill for all of the PAX Unplugged stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
10,000 gold.
It's not even due till right before the trip, but my brain just went, Jesus.
Money.
And
I'm not complaining too much though. I've actually been getting work these days, which is weird.
No, it's fine. And I can pay it, but I put it on the credit card so I get points. But I just, when you see that bill and you're like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I should have just paid this out of pocket, but I wanted the points. But anyway, yes, we were talking about my thread and Dimples, you were saying that it was like I was in your brain. Zero, you have joined us. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, the biggest one from your thread, because Catherine and I talk about this a lot, is having the imposter syndrome as like my constant co-pilot. Is this good enough? Is the content worth people's time? Is what I'm doing worth it? The whole nine. It's just a constant string, and no toxic positivity from me. It's hard to kind of sidestep that, put on the smile, and go live. So I'm feeling a lot of what was in that thread, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for the how dare you say this, but you're a partner and you've done XYZ.
Yeah.
You know someone's gonna do it. The someone that doesn't follow me is gonna look at the thread, look at my numbers, and go, but how dare you? Sorry, I'm rolling away to throw something away off my desk. Because we know there's always going to be that one person who's like, but how dare you feel this? And you're a partner. Let me tell y'all, that check mark is not the cash cow you think it is.
I mean, that information is out there now. Like, if you look, like that information just got published from that Twitch leak. It's not like, if you look at the numbers that people get paid, this is not, Twitch money is not money you survive on unless you're in that absolute like top 0.1%. Really, like,
hey, freaking men.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, for me, like I was saying before, I was like, it's not even about the numbers necessarily. Like, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I saw Toph in the chat. Would you like to join us? And thank you for the raid. Hello. How was your stream? What were you doing? Howdy, partner. Not a cash money. Hey, Toph. Welcome on in, everybody. How are you? Yes, I will throw a link in the chat. And Toph, unless you're about to like go to bed, because I'd be interested in Toph's thoughts as well. Who's on the Rainbow Arcade? Sorry, I was out of this tab for a hot second. Can I get a shout out for
the howdy partner?
Yeah. Hey, partner. Hey, Steve. How are you? It's okay. I don't know if you saw my thread. I just linked it about feelings on growth and partnership, and well, not even partnership, but I am streaming the same things as other people, and yet here I am with my 20 viewers, but here's this person streaming literally the same game. They've got like 800, 1,000. What am I doing wrong? And ooh, dinner. What's for dinner? I'm nosy. And yeah, what Dre said, all verifications not created equal.
And I think the other part I found sort of relatable to what you were saying, Ty, is like, you don't always get to consistently stream at the same time. And the tighter my schedule has been, the more I've realized that, like, it's hard for me to be like, okay, I'm going to be on at this time every day. I'm like, I have streams. Most of my stuff that I'm recording or streaming happens at night, and I'm not able to get on in the morning, or I just don't have the energy. I'm like trying to coffee, wake myself up, figure out what my day is. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I don't get a chance to stream until the afternoon. Well, people aren't used to seeing me in the afternoon. So here's my 8-10 people watching. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate those 8 to 10 people. It's not a knock on the audience, but like, I'm not getting the subs that I was getting before. And like I said, I'm not depending on the money from Twitch by any means, but you know, it does help. And when you're not on consistently, you run into these problems like, so, okay, where do I make that up at? Like, what do I need to do to change this difference here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Synaptic Fire had a great question. Isn't it better to have the quality 20 than the questionable 800? Absolutely. And, you know, I'm not factoring in things like special streams, sponsor streams, front page, because that's people who came by your stream because they clicked on twitch.tv.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not counting those. What I am counting is, or especially folks like y'all, where you've got a schedule, you're always on, you're consistent, you have great content, but yet you can't break that threshold, you know?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep. And then like the one time I did, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll, you know, take the leap and try to do the application, only to get the letter back that says, yeah, no, you're not good enough. Like,
It's not
you're not consistent enough. No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but, you know, also don't take the partner rejections personally.
Oh, no.
But never...
I used to have a wall of rejection.
Yes, Kelly, but I'm going to...
Oh, my God,
it's
Kelly.
about to be Fuss at Kelly hour.
No,
there we go.
No,
we're
not.
about to do this.
No.
Don't do this, Kelly. You're asking for it.
Let me get some popcorn.
Oh, yeah, because Zero got this live on stream, so...
I got it live on stream from my freaking cell phone.
Yep. Well, yeah, but there's also the... Okay, so you hit 75... Just because you can hit 75 viewers doesn't mean your content... Hey, Sean. There's some people who have a partner check mark where I just look at their content and I go, you're a partner? Okay, sure.
Yeah. And to me, I'm the same, but I'm not doing that to be an asshole. It's just like, it's part of me just like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I can't help but question, like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's take The Sims, for instance. And again, this is not me comparing apples and oranges, but I'll play The Sims, have maybe 40 people. I'll see other people play The Sims, and they've got like 500. And I'm like, it's The Sims. And then I just go in spiral. I must be boring as fuck. Like, why can't I break that threshold with playing the same fucking game? You know?
Yeah, and I've personally, at least on my channel, I've been plateaued for like the past 8 months. But we're also dealing with a system that kind of forces your hand to do more for minimal return. And I don't know any easy fix or workaround.
Well, yeah, and you know, and also there's the, you know, let's just put it out there. The system rewards those that do gimmicks. They do a lot of extra stuff. And not in a bad way, you know, like when I do charity streams, I don't do like the Bean Boozled. I don't do stuff like that. I don't do things where I'm going to not enjoy or endanger myself that I see a lot of people doing, like during charity streams or just other stuff. And it's like, if me not being willing to do that kind of shit means my numbers aren't going to ever rise past a certain point, I'll live with that. You know?
Yeah, that's another thing for sure. Because, like, there are ways to game it. I know that. And like, there's a bunch of videos, blah, blah, blah. There's ways to game the system to do it. But I would have to do so much more work and put in so much more time and energy than I really have. Like, how much do you have to give up to do that? Like, I could stream 8 hours a day and pick up all the most popular games and do some gimmicky stuff. I could yell a lot and pretend to be angry or something to, you know, get people to buy in for a while. But like, it's totally not me.
Well, and we would see through that, though. Oscar Society, thank you for that sub. Well, that's
there'd be an intervention, Dibbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I couldn't do that, but I know you could play the game that way, and I get why people do it. But I feel like the long-term benefit of something like that is not good for you.
Yeah, and Toph brought up a good point too. The big grind is feeling pressure to make content on every other platform. I beat myself up when I feel like I can't compete with how much other people put out. And also, algorithms make it so that my content isn't seen because I'm in Japan. So Toph's in Japan, Furwick's in Japan, and there's international crossover as well. It does, but and I don't know why my donation bar is not, or my bar is not showing. This is weird.
I know for me, I get frustrated because constantly people are like, oh, well, why aren't you recording more music? Why aren't you doing more this? Why can't you do this song? What about this cover? I'm like, you know what? I do. I would have to get the accompaniment because I can't play music. I would have to record it, which is fine. I enjoy doing that. Then I have to edit it all together. All of this takes time. I have a full-time day job, a freelance job, a streaming job, and I'm trying to get work again as a performer. So, please tell me where I'm going to fit in the time to do everything that other content creators do. Don't compare us to each other. For the love of God. Stop doing that.
Yeah, I mean, we compare
ourselves. I'm done ranting.
Oh, but we compare, we do it to ourselves more than anyone ever has
That's what
to.
I'm saying. We don't need them to do it. I don't need other people to tell me how awful of a person I am. Trust me, and don't fuss at me. This is just me saying what the brain tells us. We don't need outside people to tell us these things about ourselves. We do it to ourselves.
Yeah, we're all our own biggest critics for sure.
Every damn day.
Yep.
Now, I guess I got a question for everyone here. Is how do y'all do y'all feel like y'all don't market yourselves enough? Throw enough of you out there?
Yeah.
Yes and no, because I said this in reply to someone on Twitter, I don't understand TikTok. I just don't. Yeah. I enjoy it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how to use it. And also, I don't have the editing skills or time.
Yeah. I tried to do TikTok and I can't.
Right.
As occasionally I'll throw down the silly TikTok now and again when I have the spoons for it. But as far as promotion, I'm promoting as much as I physically can with everything else going on. And when you cut out the noise from those people who get really fucking salty about you advertising yourself so much on Twitter, even then you're dealing with engagement, you're dealing with algorithm, you're dealing with whether or not something's going to get buried in the feed. And short of throwing out real dollars, I mean, we're all doing the best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, on the TikTok note, I was just thinking about this. I was like, I know, in my brain, I know how to do these things. I know how to edit them together. But the time it would take me to do it, me and my ADHD self, would burn me out on being able to do something else. Because there's only so much energy I have to take from thing to thing. And being a DM for games is a lot, in case people don't know.
With amazing players who only make serious characters.
Only serious characters.
Yeah, TikTok. Bo Yeager said TikTok is hard. I think you can make some progress just clipping your streams. So the clips that I've uploaded from Motherlands, my 5 whole TikToks that exist, are all Twitch clips. Right, and Lamia brings up a really good point. It's also worth noting there are people who are paying others to keep up and do that editing. It's not just fair or helpful to compare. Absolutely. That's absolutely correct. Bye, Ashenworks. Have a good one. And the VOD will be up later. I don't know how long we'll chat. Yo, Data Dave is TikTok king. How do you do this so fast? Thanks for the ban, Lamia. Y'all still there?
Oh, yeah. No, you're talking about the editing thing.
I'm
and I was
here.
I just thought about one of the first things that me and the wife talked about is once the money starts to balance out, is to get someone to edit your videos and do clips. And I said, oh, I absolutely will. I would pay someone to do that once I have the money to afford it, because that would free up so much of my brain's bandwidth.
Yep.
And
yeah,
that's the thing.
and you feel less guilty. Like
Yeah.
I feel guilty as hell because sure, I mean, yes, I could record more
Yes, true.
stuff, and I have a list of things that I would love to record or love to sing or love to stream. I only have so much space in my head, and so much of it is already taken up by a bunch of other things. And
Mhm.
and it just gets to the point where you feel guilty for not doing it. And at
Yeah.
the same time, you're going, but why bother?
Yeah, I was saying the guilt
that
from
makes
not
any
doing
sense.
it also makes you not want to do it.
it doesn't
Like
help.
the
Exactly.
stress is just like a snowball.
Yeah, and it
You
doesn't
know,
help
oh,
when
if
you
you
get.
want to sing, so sorry, go ahead. Sir.
No, please go ahead.
You know, people that have said to me, oh, well, you know, you say you don't have any singing gigs. If you want to sing so bad, why don't you just record some stuff there at home and like send it directly to opera companies? Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, exactly. That mentality right there. When you have the folks dogpiling in about just pay an editor or just pay for this or just pay for that. I'm sitting here going, do you not understand that freelancer is a politer way of saying flat fucking broke?
Yup.
And not even that is that you know, there's been now with Paizo Paizo workers trying to unionize,
Yep.
and other people trying to do the same or set up at least a conversation about you know, getting it together as freelancers. Nobody seems to realize being a freelancer is really fucking hard, and it's not a thing that, because people, and you know, and this is going to be me being also just salty. And hey, Sparks, thank you for your resub. Is that a lot of people feel like if I can just get that one gig with Wizards of the Coast, I can get that one gig with Green Ronin or whoever, it's going to make you. Spoiler, it doesn't. I have credits for
Not how that works.
No, but people often think that they're one big break, or like, you know, let's bring it back to Twitch. People think being on front page is your ticket to stardom on Twitch. Again, spoiler, is Motherland's not on the front page every week? Look at my normal numbers.
I'll use an example from someone that I'm working with that was on Critical Role, and they were telling me basically, you know, the only time I get more exposure, and I put that in air quotes, is when, you know, someone from the show mentions me in something. Otherwise, I'm basically in the same spot that I was in before with a few thousand more followers, which is not turned into more money, which is not turned into anything else different. I just have some more followers on Twitter.
Yep, exactly. Toph said it, because Toph, you've been on Backfill because of Hispanic Heritage Month, and you had a good tweet thread about it too, of the homophobia you've been getting by being on front page Backfill. So it's also it's a big red flag to use that stupid fucking meme from the internet. Of front page.
But at least, you know, I now know that Ed Sheeran can't compare to me.
Oh
so
my fucking
that's
God.
fine.
Charlie.
What are you? I'm not even gonna ask.
Wait,
No, it's the thing I sent you yesterday where the person emailed me, you know, stomping every boundary possible and used my website form to email me. I sent you that picture.
Oh yeah, and you tweeted it too. So
yeah, I was like, what an odd comparison. You know, it's again, boundary stomping. That's a whole other ball of worms. Ball of can of worms. Oh, crap.
It's morning. It's fine.
Ew, ball of worms though.
I'm on second cup of coffee now.
I just have.
I mean, ball of worms. Like that's straight up back for blood stuff. Like just the ball of worms.
No,
Let's say be right back. Writing stats for a ball of worms.
I
Nope.
would say this sounds like an excellent monster.
You know what? If you put that in anything I play with you, my PC will break the fourth wall.
Yes, ma'am.
No, God, no. A ball of worms at 9th level. Ew.
Like, what, you know what it is? There's that one boss in the catacombs in Symphony of the Night that's like the ball of worms. You remember?
Oh yeah, Legion.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and he turns into the other ball of worms with the beholder eyes, like when you break off all the worms.
I'm just looking at Tanya's face.
And I, yeah, and like that was my thing. I actually got an adapter and I played from my original PlayStation, the Symphony of the Night, on stream a couple of years ago. And I should have made a counter for how many people came in and said, "Oh, it's so nice your boyfriend let you use his game."
What?
Whoa!
I was like, no.
I'm just here like, and this is, should I just change it to AM ADHD chat with Cypher and friends? We just wandered away from the topic. If my brain is just like worms.
But also, why would I have a boyfriend when I already have a husband? It's like I don't need more than one.
Being poly exists, Kelly.
I would say.
No, that's true. But for me, I can't. No. Like, yeah, exactly. I can't handle that. I mean, unless they can do the laundry.
Can I get one for laundry and one for cooking? I'm sorry, one for laundry and one for cleaning.
If I could only do one, that'd be great. I'll be honest with you.
Justin does the cooking, and I'm really lucky there.
I'm sorry.
I'm lucky with cooking, but yeah.
Wait, what? I'm trying to figure out what Sean's talking about. Hey, Pom Pom. Whoever says that deserves a lariat to the throat. Oh, what you said, Kelly, about it's nice that
Yeah. In fairness, it was Justin's Symphony of the Night because mine broke, but it was my PlayStation.
Well, see, this is the kind of absurd shit that people say, though. Like, someone sends me a message like, "Oh, why does your vampire game have so many black people in it?"
I'm sorry, what?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, because someone pointed out that my NPCs for my vampire game were a lot of black people, and I was like, "Oh, it's in Philly."
And
for fuck's sake,
would you ask the same question if somebody had a lot of white NPCs? No, you wouldn't.
And so here's the thing. It's not even like all of my NPCs are black. I just, I represent the people in neighborhoods that are here. And I was just like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But this is the kind of stuff that people walk up and say to people they don't know on the internet.
Well, let's not forget because Dimples, you were here and Gabe was here the day after we announced Motherlands, and we were on stream talking about it. Mm-hmm. And one of the questions we got in chat was, "I'm white, can I play this?" that we keep getting on the Kickstarter. Oh yeah. And I'm just like,
yeah,
such a dumb ass question. Like I struggle with this one.
Oh, I know, Kelly, you weren't disparaging Holly at all. I know.
Oh no, I just wanted people in chat to know because I know you know me, but other people might not.
Yeah.
I mean, last I checked, nobody's been having a problem with asking black players to play characters that everybody else insists are only available as white. So I don't understand what the problem is here. I don't get it. The question is absurd.
Well, Scry, that would just be a fun... I would just look at them and give them the stare if they asked that. Because I am not a mother, but there are people, because our crew is all black and people of color, that are putting the game together, that were on the stream, that are on the stream, because, again, Season 4 is TBD. Because, so we can talk about this, is that when people see a black face attached to a project, be it a book, a movie, a game, a stream, they immediately go, well, this is for black people, this is for Latinx people, Asian people. And not me, but this is just the generalization, I clearly cannot relate. am I allowed this? And it doesn't help that, like, when Black authors have great books, whether or not they are specifically Black or whatever the topic is, they're always put in the Black section of the bookstore, only showcased during Black History Month. As if nothing we write or do or say can ever be general. We are never allowed to just be part of whatever the fucking zeitgeist is in the moment. Because Motherlands is not simply, it's not just a Black story, but our premise is that the humans on this planet are descended from Mansa Musa. But we have fucking hyena people. But that's your concern. Can you play this if you're white? Okay.
Yeah, not to mention the android, the robot, the elephant person, I mean, it's just...
Oh, I know, Bo, I know. And hey, Coffee Junkie.
And this is the thing, it's like, I know the channel we started it's all been cast. That was on purpose. But that doesn't mean, like, we don't like white people here or something like that. Like, I have a guest list of all kinds of people, but our cast is this way on purpose. Like, this is our main cast for a reason.
Well, because here's the thing I've noticed. When people do that, when they see, like, it's an all Latinx cast, all Black cast, they go, where's the white people? And they immediately want to jump to, well, if I did this, I'd be racist, except y'all have been doing this forever anyway.
Yep.
And when we question it, then it's like, oh, you're forcing an agenda. It's like, no, I deserve a spot at the fucking table too. So...
Oh, yeah, it's like the people that tell you you're virtue signaling if you express support. It's not virtue signaling if you freaking believe it. It's oh god. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, and it's those people who come in with that same tip of trying to defend all white casts by saying, "Hey, that's the people they know." Then I turn around to some of these other games with an all Latinx cast or an all Black cast, and y'all are going to come in and question that, but you not following that same defense. Like, what the fuck?
Burst of hope.
And here's another thing I have a big ass problem with is, like, why do we have to compare every goddamn show to another one? Like,
yes.
If I hear another person tell me about what LA by Night does differently than my fucking show, I'm going to super kick them through a fucking building.
I have people coming in on that for my one shot. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, what? I missed that.
Oh yeah, it was an email saying, hey, if you do this, this, and this, you might be as good as Critical Role. I'm like, I'm not fucking trying to be Critical Role.
Please tell me who sent you that email.
I'll let you know.
And I can tell you that that doesn't fly with people on Critical Role. They've said they don't like that shit. Like, don't do that.
Oh, please give me that email, Zero. You see this look on my face?
Oh, I'm seeing it.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that since it is Campaign 3 premiere day. Because, oh my Jesus and Jehovah and Allah and everyone else, I'm sick of the discourse of motherfuckers sitting here telling Matt and other people that the world he created, whole cloth, is... God. And I don't even know if he said Marquette, if he said what Marquette is based off of, but let's just put it out there because I'm going to be that bitch today. I'm tired. I'm grumpy. I have a headache.
I'm on this one. I'm ready to talk about this.
I need people
Let us go.
I need people to just say that they hate the Critical Role exists. They hate the people on it and just fucking go. Because nothing anyone on Critical Role does is ever good enough for some of these fucking people. Or it's like, we set up a charity foundation. Well, how dare you? You're just virtue signaling. That's some SJW bullshit. They're trying to literally help people. And Critical Role has been trending for me for 4 days. Tonight is the premiere of Campaign 3. And it's all been mostly people. It's been either people super excited and hyped for a new campaign that have been here since day 1 or whatever, day 2, whatever. And then there's everyone on Critical Role is evil. How dare they? They're culture appropriating. We don't know what anyone's playing yet. I know fuck all about Marquette. I don't know that much about Exandra, even though I've got the book. But it's like anyone on Critical Role exists, and they are just there, like, did you know that they did this thing 20 years ago before they were famous, before anyone knew who the fuck they were? But y'all have gone back through 15 years of tweets to find one fucking thing they said or did wrong. Now, if they didn't grow from it and they haven't changed, yes, light motherfuckers up. That goes for anybody.
Yes.
But there are some people that their whole personality, their whole reason for existing is to hate on D&D and Critical Role and other things just for existing.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
like speaking as somebody who has tried for multiple decades at this point to make a career in performing, just in general, in the performing industry. This is the goal, you asshats. Don't complain that they're making money doing the thing they love to do. This is the goal. If you told me, I'm very lucky in my day job. It's a great place. I love the people I work with. If somebody told me tomorrow that they could hire me full-time to sing, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
The amount of times people have said to me, oh, if you really love it, you shouldn't care if you get paid or not. Bullshit.
That's dumb.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, don't say pissy that they have, a TV show coming out that they have worked, because yes, they have worked. Because I've had people tell me that they haven't lifted a finger and they just got everything handed to them on Critical Role. Bullshit.
Oh God, yeah.
Matt and Marisha have talked about like how they literally were they were the starving actor trope in LA.
Yeah. Like this is known. This is not like hidden knowledge or something. Like
at all.
What do people know about voice actors? Do you know all the shit that voice actors?
Yeah.
That'd be another tangent.
Yep.
But it's a whole fucking mess.
They act like it's just going into a booth and talking. Like, I mean, my last couple gigs I've done have been Walla, background, and secondary characters, and they take hours.
Oh yeah.
For background and secondary, and when I had lead characters, days and weeks and months. Like, come on.
Well,
tell me that they don't work.
I remember when I was working on Gantz when ADV was still around, just on one fucking episode. That was a 2.5 week ordeal. And it's like, yo, this is work. What are y'all talking about? If I would have walked into that booth with no acting and just started speaking naturally, my director would have just thrown my ass out of the building.
Well, but that's the thing, though, and it circles back to what we always talk about of people don't understand the work that goes into getting to the point where people know who you are. I've been doing I Need Diverse Games in this work now for 7 years. I'm just now at a point where I can live comfortably. And tomorrow this shit could all go away. I could lose a contract, I could lose whatever, or the market could dry up, or with everything going on with Twitch. What if Twitch shut down tomorrow? There'd be a whole lot of people fucked up.
Yep, I was just about to say, like, what if Twitch just disappeared?
I mean,
I was like some of these contracts and shit that I'd have, gone. Like, money's just instantly just out of them, gone.
And like I've said before, like 15 years I tried to, break into actually performing opera. I was just starting to get lead roles, win awards, and then there's a freaking pandemic. Yep. It's all gone.
Yeah, well,
and come on.
Well, I mean, or even just like someone. I mean, I feel like we're beating a dead horse because we've all said this before, but it always comes back to the same shit. Because nuance is gone. Nuance doesn't exist. Now I was talking with PT about something and about someone who is constantly beating the horse of anyone on Critical Role breathes, and you get well, did you know that they said this terrible thing 15 years ago? Yeah, and they've apologized and corrected themselves for it. Or how dare they do this thing that I don't personally approve of, and you watch the show. Okay, then don't fucking watch it. Or D&D did a thing, and they spend 20 fucking tweets basically repeating themselves about how much they hate D&D and WotC's the devil, and come back to the Fire Mike Merles thing, which I don't know if that man still works there or not. But it seems like a lot of people got a lot of free time to expend energy on shit they hate. If I spent that much energy on time I hate, nothing I actually care about would get done.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, going back to the Critical Role thing, I think about some of the discussion around, and I say discussion with air quotes again, around the whole Marquette setting, and I was like, I mean, as far as I remember in the show, it was just like a throwaway couple of lines that Matt said about Marquette, and that's what y'all are using to determine, like, oh, he's using the yada 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 stereotypes, and this is going to be the world, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, we don't know anything about this yet. Nothing.
Oh, I know that, Bill. Hello. Hey, Bill Roper. How are you? Oh, I've gotten to know Matt and Taliesin too, and here's the thing. But let's talk about this though, and welcome on in. And Matt is one of the sweetest people I have ever met in my life, and I will fight people for him. Brain is tired. Yeah, and welcome on in. I have known, I've gotten to know most of the people, but here's the other part. I have that privilege. I've gotten to know them as actual people. Mm-hmm. 99% of the people that get on Twitter and talk shit about Critical Role or any of them are never going to meet them, are never going to get to know them.
Yep.
And that's the hard part.
And I don't blame people for having concerns. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who have made judgments.
Oh no, Synaptic. Already. Have a good day. Good luck with
the people who've made judgments. That's where I have a problem, because you don't know. What are you judging?
Well, no, but you've got these people online whose job, it seems, is to hate things, and they've conflated that with an actual personality, so they just go off no matter what you say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that's not woke, whatever. Like,
no, it is not,
because it doesn't help anything. I think that's the, like, when we have these discussions, they're supposed to like help move things forward. And when the only thing is like, I'm angry because of shit that's just happening that I don't even know about necessarily, it doesn't do anything. Like we said, there's no nuance to that.
Never is.
When I was talking to Kimchi go ahead, Zero.
No, please go ahead.
Oh, when I was talking to Kimchi the other night, we were talking about content that could be at a table, like, can vary from table to table. Like, when we talk about the topic of race, I don't trust everyone to talk about race in a game. I would not trust every single DM.
Nope.
But that does not mean that those topics can be touched in a game that I'm playing in. And that's the difference. Like, depending on who I'm playing with, where I land on certain things on my consent list can be drastically different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, you all keep talking. I've got a package downstairs.
Ooh, package.
It's cupcakes in a jar, but I don't want to leave them outside. Yes.
No, please
Makes
don't.
sense. Go grab your cupcakes.
Like,
y'all keep talking. I will BRB.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Oh.
Because, like, I don't know. I mean, I felt very comfortable in the game with you, but like,
oh, thank you.
Like, I wouldn't have that same amount of trust with somebody else necessarily. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no, yeah.
And that's a whole thing. Like, when I sat down and I played Hades High on stream with the cast over there, as soon as we had our session 0, like, I knew we'd be okay. Like, if that makes sense, like, you just know that this is a group of people, like, you talk to them, you get to know them, and you trust that, like, people are going to respect your boundaries, know where to go, know where not to cross. And if something does happen, that y'all can handle it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't happen all the time.
I've had it brought up before because, anytime you play bards or you get known for playing bards, which incidentally, haven't played one in, over a year, maybe stop telling me that's all I play. Just saying. People automatically are like, oh, well, if we do this one shot with no session 0, I can totally start making sexual innuendos and advances towards Kelly's character. That's fine.
Whoa.
Like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Excuse me?
It's not fine. like one of my major things is there's very, very few people in the community that I am comfortable having like character flirtations with. Yeah. And it's always people that I know, people that I trust.
Yeah.
And of course you're going to make the occasional dick joke or whatever else. I mean, come on, we're adults, but we're going to make those kind of jokes, but you don't get to comment or take a sexual romantic thing. Like one of the things I can't stand is when people in chat will start, making allusions or comments about different people's character. I'm like, just
they
stop.
Start shipping, yeah.
Oh God.
Not even shipping, but like I was on one stream where somebody came in and said, "Oh my God, all these people are so hot." And
whoa,
like, no, don't do it.
Not fucking okay.
It's never okay. And I've been on streams where people have had a session 0 and still stomped roughshod over boundaries.
Yeah.
Because it's not their boundaries, so what does it matter, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I feel like we could do a whole nother parasocial relationship panel that's just about boundaries.
Agreed.
Sure. What are we talking about? I stepped away.
So, like, I mean, for instance, like Gabe and I in our Cyberpunk game. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Our characters had our flirtation and whatever else, but I also know Gabe. I've played with Gabe a lot.
Yep.
And also Gabe talks, he and I talk about it while it's going on. So the instant that people in chat start making, comments about it or somebody else is like, oh, well, then it's fine for this character to go ahead and flirt with this. No, it's not.
And that's the thing. Like, what's acceptable for again, nuance, but what's acceptable for some people may not be acceptable for you to do. Like, one of my friends comes into a chat and says, everybody in this game looks amazing, hot, whatever. I might be absolutely fine with that. And then some rando comes in and says the same thing. I'm like, this is how you get a boot hammer. Like,
well, I mean, Tanya remembers the game I'm talking about. Tanya was in that game with me when people decided to come into chat and start sexualizing the players.
Yo, fuck that forever.
You remember that game?
I just talked about that game the other day to somebody because I was talking about the weird sexualization of people in the RPG space in general, and I brought that game up because I'm not used to that. Hi, Shinobi. And hi, Onyx.
I think Nuance must be some kind of limited DLC. I'm looking for it on Steam, and I can't seem to find it.
Nope, that is gold
standard.
standard.
Also, if you see somebody else, like, I'm not going to be at PAX Unplugged. I'm not doing in-person stuff right now. But, so before, at PAX Unplugged that I was at before, I've had people come running up behind me and try to give me a hug, and I'm like, excuse me, I don't know you. You're about to get hit. You're going to get hit if you come up. Well, but I saw so-and-so hug you. Yes, I know them.
Enjoy groceries. Please send me some.
Like, there's just because one person does one thing, don't assume that's okay for you.
All right, Silverstone. I hope work goes well. Yes, I will be at PAX U. Just waiting to hear about panels, but I have booked travel.
Hey.
Well, what was the? Yeah, I know, right? And well, what was? Because Kelly, you commented on it. There was someone who did, and I didn't understand the thing. It was like they did a picture of their neck, and then someone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he deleted his whole account. I told him to delete his account, and he did, which cracked me up. But
Oh, good.
So the girl, and she's not a girl. I'm sorry. I have a tendency to refer to other women as girls just because bad habit. But there's a woman who had made a joke about, I'm going to show like a body part you can't sexualize, which, sorry, I hate to tell you, Rule 34.
Yeah.
Some people took that as a challenge.
Yeah, so it was like a picture of her collarbone, like the junction of her shoulder and her neck. And the guy wrote back something about, hey, does anybody know how to get permanent marker off of a cell phone screen? And we were like, she says, what? And he's like, yeah, because I drew a noose on there and it looked pretty good, but now I can't get it to come off.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then then he tried to play the whole, I don't understand why you're saying that that's a sexual thing or why whatever. I'm like, we literally are watching a nationwide manhunt for somebody who strangled his intimate partner to death. This is something that happens constantly, especially something that happens to femme presenting people. But I do believe that the term I used for him was a urine-soaked sock stain of a human being, and I told him to delete his account.
He just delete himself. I take that back. That's not fair. But
just delete the account. Delete the account. Because I'm sorry, nobody believes you that you didn't think that was a sexual or violent thing to say.
Could you not? It's a fucking noose. Never mind. I'm not going to go down this route because I will get angry and I'm just chill.
I hear you.
No, get angry. Fuck it. We're here.
Yeah, do it up.
I honestly, like, how could you?
Because you don't give a fuck about other people.
People can joke about whatever the fuck they want to joke about, but that doesn't mean that we have to fucking find it funny. And I think that's a thing that people miss. People might get mad instead of laugh at you because your jokes aren't.
No, this is a dice. This is a dice. It was a total fail.
No,
it's a weird shaped something, and it's I didn't realize just how squidgy it was, which is why I couldn't get it out. It was going to be a D8. It was a fail. There was not clearly enough resin. It did not settle. That's kind of hilarious, though. Oh, it's so gross. I should have thought of that before I pulled the. I mean, it could happen. There are food safe molds that you can get. SIB. Yeah, I didn't think it was that undone. Keep talking. I just had to hold that up and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. It took me a second to realize.
Sorry.
I thought it was a mutant marshmallow.
No.
Yeah, me too. Just to kind of lighten it and
hey, Shinobi.
You know, at least give somebody a smile for half a second, especially because Amir, Tanya knows Justin tangentially. Amir knows Justin. I posted a picture from my birthday party a few years ago where I was hugging my husband and laughing, and he commented something about, oh, look at the lucky woman who gets to be with a guy in his 20s when she's in her 30s. And somebody came in and tried to say, are you trying to tell her relationship is wrong? What's your problem? I don't understand why you feel you need to comment. I'm like, can you not see that he's tagged in this picture? Like, that's a prime example of some people can say things and others can't.
And there is so much ready, fire, aim on Twitter. I mean, for fuck's sake.
What is it, Tanya? Shutting the fuck up is a free action?
Yes, and I don't know if Bukamore's here, but that is a shirt on my, that is a shirt on the, what do you call that thing?
The thingy.
The merch site?
Yes.
The shirt store?
Yeah, because like Amir has actually stepped foot in my house. I actually cleaned the house so that it was presentable.
Oh, sure.
And, yes, and Amir and Fair and French Tuck got to witness my dog losing his doggy mind over 5 people sitting on the floor, and he didn't know who to play with.
Aw, Scotty.
And it was the best thing in the entire world. Anyway,
hold on, I'm getting the link.
Kind of lighten a bit, because I mean, I know I was getting very upset, and sometimes thinking about a small dog is funny.
And small doggo.
Yes, the small. Which, if you haven't seen the videos of him, Scotty trying to eat celery, Scotty completely stealing. Like, PJ was paying for his Nathan's hot dog while holding the dog, and he turns around and the dog is eating half the hot dog. Or
Panther.
Yeah, the video where we taught him how to eat an ice cream cone, but because he only has like 5 teeth, he struggles. It's a struggle.
Yeah, so what's funny, this D20 is the same pour and it's fine, except for this one little bit right here on top. But it was an air
I'm
bubble.
gonna go ahead and cop this shirt now because I think
Yeah.
this needs to be a reminder to people.
This is definitely one of those shirts I look at it and I love it, but I'm also angry that I didn't design it first because what a fucking great slogan on there.
Wow, y'all were not playing. I see that I already have a fucking sale. Damn. Wow, Beal and Grimm just announced a silver edition for Fizz Bands.
God.
Ooh.
These motherfuckers.
Wow.
One of these days I'm going to get my hands on one of those editions.
I need these things because I'm not even playing a game at home, but do I want them? I absolutely do.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Just people are weird, y'all.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I had a thought earlier that actually bounced off something that Opera Geek said, but ties it back to the original conversation about, hating on someone for getting to that point, that goal as creative geeks. And I remember going on a tear on Twitter about this and just flat out asking, okay, y'all let me know. What is the goddamn line? What is the point? At what point, notoriety wise, do I become the man, the target, etc.? Y'all let me know so I can buy a helmet well in advance. Because if it's something about that bullshit, you're selling out, blah, 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 I'll quote Maynard on this one. Again, I sold out long before you ever fucking heard my name. I do this for a living. So what's the line?
The line is the moral purity bullshit that people have bought into and think if you're not a starving artist, barely paying your rent, always on the cusp of eviction, you're not really an artist.
Ah.
Toph, we will make a shirt for you.
Sellouts, because I think the idea of what a sellout is for a lot of people is really, really terrible.
I don't understand your comment, Millum. Did I miss something earlier? I'm missing the context of your comment. Well, it's like I would like to have a roof over my head and food and be able to buy groceries and not have to count literally every penny I spend. If that makes me a sellout, deuces, I'm a sellout.
Shit,
I like money.
Now, if you tell me that,
Pixel Pete,
this person has thrown out all their morals and, turned into an awful person, like that can't happen. I've seen this. That's a different story. But like, how often does that really happen?
Well, I found it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Jenny D had posted a thing at the beginning of October. Weird how we love struggling creatives but hate successful creatives. What is it exactly that you want struggling creators to strive for? So I quote tweeted it, and she said, "Are doing well enough you can hate them for it." So I quote tweeted it, and I said, because there's a sick attachment to this romantic idea of the struggling artist, that if you aren't struggling to pay bills, if you don't hate yourself every minute, and if you aren't doing it for free, you aren't an artist. It's bullshit.
Absolutely.
And it isn't true. It's not true.
Yeah.
Except the hating yourself. That's the constant pretty much in every artist I know.
Yeah. Well, and it's this idea like, but there's also the right, Toph, right? But this idea also, and it's like, and it's weird. It's like, well, sometimes and this is going to sound so weird, like when I do nice things, I sometimes do them anonymously because you'll see people go, "Oh, you got money like that?" And it's like, for now, yes, the caveat being for now. And also, I've been in the place where I had to check my bank account before I bought groceries, before I bought a bus pass.
Oh, yeah.
Where if somebody's
you had to use like your credit card for groceries and it just kept building and building because you had no money to pay it.
In that place.
Yep. I mean, shit. That place was last year. Let's be honest. That place for me was last year.
Yeah, it's like I'm not so divorced from like I'm fine. I'm not gonna like be out of house and home or anything like that. But like, it's a couple things go wrong. Maybe I get sick or my wife gets sick, and
Or your
Then I'm
cat
not.
gets sick.
Or my cat gets sick. Then I'm not. And it's that quick of a thing could just turn my whole life upside down.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I don't want to be in this place forever. Like, obviously,
Right,
I'm working to
Kaiju.
get out of it. But people need to understand, like, we take some opportunities, some that we don't even necessarily want, because we have to pay our bills.
Right, because there's shit that I've done where I'm like, ooh. And I mean, I've literally got a contract right now where, you know, full disclosure, I'm really fucking behind on, but also I'm like, morally, can I continue on this contract? But also, am I going to get sued into oblivion if I cancel the contract? So there's all these things you got to think about.
Yep.
Yeah, because contracts are legally binding, people. You can't just be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, Kaiju, there are a lot of people like, there are people who are paycheck to paycheck, but still want you to be on that moral absolutism shit.
Oh, God.
Please resign your job, walk away, break your contract, open yourself up to a lawsuit to take a stand that we're immediately going to call you woke.
Go, what's the stupid fucking saying? Get woke, go broke. How about I
Get
was
woke,
broke
go broke.
before? How about I was broke already, you
Yeah.
motherfucker?
I've been awake for a while and I'm still broke.
Right?
Like, the expectations that people have for anybody in the public eye is really like, they're so fucked up. I don't know how else to put it. They're just so fucked up because at the end of the day, we're
Yep.
all people.
Yep.
We're going to mess up. Don't put us on a goddamn pedestal and then tear us down when we make a mistake, because those will happen.
Right. And Bill brought up a good point. The whole sellout concept comes from fans. Artists want to make their art, acting, music, writing, graphics, etc. all the time. And the best way to do that is to have someone pay you to do it. If selling out means I'm compensated for my skill and talent because people like it, I think you can sign us all up. Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I know that this is going to shock literally everybody in this chat right now. I have a Discworld quote for this.
What?
Shock.
I know.
The shock.
So it's from Soul Music. And the entire exchange goes, I swore I'd be the most famous musician in the world. That's dangerous. Isn't it what every artist wants? In my experience, what every true artist really wants, is to be paid. Oh, and also famous, right? No, famous I don't know about. It's hard to be famous and alive. I just want to play music every day and hear someone say, thanks, that was great. Here's some money. Same time tomorrow, okay?
Yes.
And that's it.
It's so accurate. Like,
I mean, Terry Pratchett, I'm fairly sure was psychic.
if you think about, you know, music industry, for example, right now, if you ask an artist if they could get paid enough to live comfortably without having to be with one of these big ass companies, they will absolutely do it almost every time. The ones that have figured out how to make this work love their lives so much more than working in one of for a big company and having to play by their rules, because everyone wants to be independent, own their own shit. Like, no one wants to have to go to the man to ask them to give them money to do what they love to do.
Yep.
Yeah, Gima, thank you for your resub. So Allie brought up something, and we can talk about this. Is like, because, you know, Allie's writing on Motherlands, but also looking for full-time gig. If ever in my life I ever look at somebody and say, no, you can only work for Motherlands, or I'm going to kick you off, you get a full-time gig, you'll know that there's a body double. Because we can pay oh no, what happened, Toph? What happened? Oh no, it read that as a link. I'm so sorry, Toph.
I love you all. I have to go do some work now. I'm getting called to a meeting. So I
No
love you,
worries.
and we'll
Right,
talk
bye.
to you later.
There you go,
Bye,
Toph.
Kelly.
Yeah, Toph. Twitch does that. So if you do a period between words, it reads it as a link. Also, can I get a shout out for Toph as well? Bye, Kelly. She's probably already gone. But here's the thing. While I found out we're paying way above average for Motherlands. It's shameful what people get paid to write on RPGs. There are people I know that are posting in places, I got paid 2 cents a word, and I'm like, Excuse? 2
2
cents?
2 cents. Yep.
2.
Excuse
1, 2.
me?
That calls for a DJ night. Excuse me? Well, I'm sorry, what, though? What? A fraction?
1.5 cents? Are you fucking kidding me?
You'd have to write the whole book to make it worth it.
Shit.
Holy
I've done very
shit.
little writing, and I've gotten paid far more than that.
Right. Well, you know, there are people that are trying to get together.
Which
Group.
I'm not like bragging. It's just more like, what the fuck sort of unfair bullshit is this?
I'm listening. I just got an email I
Holy
have to reply
shit.
to. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that group that was
God.
getting together.
I'm sorry. Did you say 11K words in 16?
What the fuck?
Is it too early to start drinking?
No.
Sorry,
I know you're getting typing ASMR, but I have to reply to this email
my
really
God,
quick.
that makes my head hurt. Like, legit. I'm over here more like, the fuck? 0.15 to 0.5?
I'm
This is
sorry.
definitely one of those.
Did you say 0.5?
Anxious Maya. Hello, Maya.
I'm sorry. Did you say point as in half a cent?
That's a half a cent that I see there.
Yep.
So that's
This is definitely one of those ones. Hopefully, you're.
oh, okay. That's 15 cents. I was like, okay.
That
5 to 15 cents.
1.5 nonsense. It's like, hopefully you're far removed from it, and hopefully you're over it and you're good now. But I'm freshly angry for you.
I think steam was coming out of my ears for a moment there. It's still like. And this is why, when people talk about freelance work, and I'm learning this as I go, and I'm learning how to value myself as I go too, which is a whole fucking complication. We'll talk about that off stream. But what they'll try to pay you is, in a lot of situations, is absolutely absurd. Like, and as shitty as it sounds sometimes, when you get to like some of these insulting numbers, you have to just say no.
Oh, and
like some of them you just have to say no to, because you're not just fucking yourself, but everybody else too. Because if they feel like they can get you for slave wages, I'm not going to say anything else. This is what they pay people, the less than what they pay people in prisons sometimes. Like, then we'll always be stuck in this shit place.
Yep.
No, and no one's faulting you, Bo. All of us do that. I mean,
I don't
know if Vanessa's lurking, but I'm gonna talk about her because I had to do this with her in Motherlands. I was like, "You're charging me what? You better take this money." And now she's getting to do it as she searches for artists for the book. There are people talking about they charge $20 an hour for whole full color portraits, and I'm like, "What? You
20
an hour for full color portraits?"
Yep.
This is why I always yell, and that's why that person made me so fucking angry when I tweeted about wanting to commission Fenn's coat for cosplay and to wear. And that person's like, well, I thought you were one of those people that is going to ask for something and only want to pay $50. $50 isn't getting me a glove. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The expectation is that this shit is not going to be cheap and people are getting paid what they're worth. Like, that's my expectation coming into things.
Like if I wanted to hire Dimples, and I said, here's 5 cents for it, you'd fucking laugh about me and talk about me on Twitter.
Because here's the thing, because you are the one who helped me know better on these things. Like, you told me when I first started and I was like, I'm getting these things. You're like, nah, you got to know that some of this shit is just unacceptable. And I listened.
It was.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes you got to learn. I mean, I've been doing this gig for 20 fucking years now. When I first got started, hell yes, I was severely undercharging myself. But the sooner you get to the point where you're actually knowing your worth, the better every time. It's going to lose you some gigs, but those gigs aren't worth having anyway.
Right. Well, and I'm gonna just talk about it. I forget what their other name was, but the people that are now behind Weave the Tale. Then when they reached out to a bunch of black and brown folks, and were like, "Do you want to be on this hip hop RPG?" And they wanted 16-week run, 3 or 4 hour show, and what they offered him was basically like $2 an hour when I did the math. And they wanted me to
excuse me,
and then they kept leading with, "We're a partner Twitch channel," and I'm like, "Here's my metrics, do better." I was like, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Did you know that I have a partner track Mark II and I've had it longer than you?"
We'll pay you an exposure.
Look, Lamia, I would have been on your doorstep. Like, I'm downstairs, come answer this door. If you had done that, I've been like, "Excuse me?"
Exposure's killed a lot of people, hasn't ever put a roof over their heads.
I've got that shirt that Lilith Darkmoon made of the Oregon Trail. Freelancer has died of exposure.
I need that shirt.
I gotta find out. I don't know if it's still in Liz's shop, but I wear it often, and I'm gonna wear it a lot at PAX. Be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk about this. You know what? I meant to submit a Kickstarter panel. I did, so I'm going to wear that for the Kickstarter panel if it's accepted, assuming I can find it and it fits."
Do it.
We have a hydrate. I have coffee. I don't have any water nearby. I do have a can of dry that's unopened.
I guess on the exposure thing, I think that's an interesting topic because some things can be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, you'd be better off just sticking to your hustle.
Well, and here's the thing too, is that, and I'm going to fuss at you a little bit, Zero, but all with love, of wanting to do Halls of the Toy Maker, making sure people want to get paid. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't give a fuck. They want you to come on their channel and do like a 3 or 4 hour show and just expect you to, or they'll ask you when they know you're busy. Like Dave talked about it, Jasmine talked about it, where we'll get invites and then the time is literally when I'm on a paid gig. Like, do you really think I'm going to skip Rivals to come on your channel? Really?
Oh, hell no.
Before I ask people to do stuff on my channel, I look at their schedules. I look at their Twitters. I'm over here doing research. This might be because I was a salesperson for a long time, and that's kind of a user thing. But I do, because I'm trying to respect people's time and what they're up to as well. That's part of, if you're going to ask someone to do something with you, you want to be respectful of their time.
Yeah.
Which
is also why we took that's why I really wanted to open it up when I was doing halls. And it's like, no, y'all tell me when is good for you, and then I will make it work.
Right. Well, and here's the thing. Sorry, I'm also fidgety because I cannot sit still, which is why I often say that I probably need to get tested for ADHD, but I don't know if I have it because I have a lot of the classic symptoms. But keep talking. Did I lose everyone?
I was responding to Jordan.
Oh. And hey, Maya, thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I missed it initially.
It's like I've got this charity stream I want to do in December after PAX, right? And there's a few people that I'm currently checking out, and I sent you a message, Cypher, but I know you're busy, so no.
Yeah, I need to confirm the date, make sure it's not conflicting with anything.
Yeah, but it's just that I'm all about erring on the side of caution, but I'm also about respect is freely given for me, right? So I'm going to ask the people, are you free? Then I'm going to be like, okay, what can I do to compensate for that person's time? If it's for a charity thing, yeah, that's a wholly different gig. But when it comes down to something like halls, where it's purely entertainment and me basically proving a concept that I could do this stuff on my channel and people would hopefully find it entertaining. It's like, no, I'm going to fucking pay people because they are enriching my content. They are bringing their A game and their time and their energy to my stuff. Ergo, they get paid.
Right. Well, and that's the part too where it's like, okay, cool, you invited me to do a thing on your channel. Not you, I mean the general you in this sense.
Yeah.
But then there are people that are just straight up fucking unprofessional about it. Cough, Vancouver by Night, cough.
Oof.
Full disclosure, I am on a show on Vancouver by Night.
Okay.
just before. No, I just want people to know before anything else gets said here.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Vancouver by Night. No, it's fine. No. Say what you have to say. It's not like.
No, the ew was I found another not quite cured dye. But this one might be fixable with UV light because it's a UV resin one. But keep talking. Or I was talking, sorry. Well, that whole thing where it was supposed to be a charity game where their goals were way too high.
Yep.
I found out how they invited Matt was they backdoored through my old Discord and asked him to join that way. And then after all that shit, and I wish Kelly was still here, after all that shit of having us do a rehearsal, all this other stuff, asking us to promote it, we were on screen maybe 15 minutes. If that, didn't roll a single fucking die. At all.
Damn.
Nope.
Yeah. I will say that I expressed my displeasure in how that went.
Oh, they know. They know. Because it's just like, did y'all really do this? Really?
And I will say that because of that, they're doing a much better job with guests and people who have been on the show. Because I found some shit was done wrong, and if you're going to bring me around, I'm going to say my piece because I am not one to hold my tongue.
Oh,
Good.
wow.
Good on ya.
And
yeah.
And this is the thing, like,
all right, bye, Shinobi. Have a good day. The bots will always be here.
Yeah, it's how you handle your fuck ups that matters.
Yeah, and it was
and
like,
that, and that does not mean that people have to forgive you for your fuck ups either. That's the other part. Like, you can go and do better in the future and be better in the future. That does not mean that people have to be like, okay, I accept your apology.
Right. Yeah. Like, there was someone, I don't know if Nestor's here, but there was someone who talked at me weird in DJ's community. They gave me an apology. I didn't care for their apology. Ever since, that day, I've always been like, oh God, you're still here. But it's like, well, they apologized. I ain't got to take their apology. Because remember, you get one chance to make a first impression.
Yep.
And the irony is, and they've been in his community for a long ass time. And I'm never going to be like, you gotta ban this person. Only if they are a problem everywhere where I'm like, you might want to check that person.
Yeah.
Because despite what some people seem to think, I don't share ban lists and tell you to ban people.
No, yeah.
That came up with somebody we that was in your stream, Zero.
Yo.
You know who it is.
I do.
And apparently they assume that I'm sharing ban lists and telling people to ban them, which I'm not.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But yeah, ask Panda when Panda's not live.
Really, at that point, it's like, if you're pinging other people's radars, there's a damn good reason.
Yeah. Well, and the same person that a lot of us have now got banned or timed out, they're doing the same thing in other communities because now they're running out of places to go. And this isn't me just sitting here talking shit about people we don't like. There is a demonstrated pattern with some people.
Yes, absolutely. And, our communities will have a lot of overlap. I mean, honestly, in the TTRPG space, a lot of communities will end up having a good chunk of overlap. So if you expose yourself as somebody who's on some fuck shit,
Oh no.
Don't be surprised if you don't have a lot of places to go.
Right, and it's like it's the same pattern. We can see you doing the same shit everywhere. And I'm listening. I'm just also using a UV light on these dice to try to fix them.
You good?
No worries.
Because there's a very clear line of where I used the UV, and then poured more to top it off. I'm like, great. While they're pretty and shiny, they're going to be ones that I'm not happy with. Please don't die.
Even not. I mean, just totally discounting that whole thing of you're sharing ban lists. No, there have been plenty of times that we are in each other's channels, even, and we see someone acting up, showing their whole ass off, acting like a damn fool, and they come into our space and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, no. You disrespected their house. You're not welcome in mine anymore.
Yep.
And it's like, we can see you.
Another thing is a lot of us have mods that are mods across several of our channels. Like, if I'm modding over here and I see somebody not booped, do you think they're going to get away with it over in some other channels that I mod in? No, I'm not even going to give you the chance.
Nope, you got to show up and be like, oh, what the fuck, I'm banned here?
Yep.
Because
if I ban someone in my channel, a lot of times I'll go over to the Room These 20s channel, ban.
Yep.
Other channels that I'm in, ban.
Ew.
Their name is banned in like 6 different channels before they even like realize that they've even gotten banned anywhere else but mine.
Ew.
I often make the comment, if you act a certain way in my space, congratulations, you just got nailed in 12 other spaces because just the overlap of mods.
Yep. What'd you say, Dosmith? Oh yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm popping dice out of the mold as we chat because these have sat for like 15 hours, so they should be done. But I had one that was like, oh, that didn't work out. Oh, you're still gooey.
Yes, Sunberry, absolutely.
Oh, that one's so not done. It doesn't. Oh, it left some in the mold.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let me keep talking. I'm just going to catch this now before it dries in there.
But I mean, that also speaks to the whole thing conversely about what flies in my space doesn't automatically fly in other spaces. And I've had to check a lot of people for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really gooey.
The tone in my channel is different than the tone over here. Like, and that's not like, I think that we're just 2 different people, and like what we allow is different in other spaces. So, I mean, I'm not letting awful shit slide, but like some jokes that might be funny to me might not be funny to someone else, like what I brought up earlier. And we talk all the time about reading the room. This is one of those.
Read the room.
And read the rules too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have a long list of them on my channel. They're pretty clear about what my rules are. Like, read the channel rules. They help. Because if you don't want to get banned, that's a pretty easy way to avoid getting banned.
Yeah, but some people think the rules don't apply to them because they're a subscriber.
Oh, yeah, that shit.
I will take your money and ban the fuck out of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I had that partnered streamer who came through starting shit with their viewers, and then I banned their viewers. They're like, "Wow, that was really lame." It's like, I don't care if you have a fucking purple check mark. This is my space. I don't care if you can wear shoes in your house. You take them off here, and banned his ass.
Well, that's the other thing. People act like partners are just, out here doing whatever the fuck they want, and some do think they can do whatever the fuck they want, but not here. Because here's the thing. I take having this check mark seriously. Whether other people take it seriously, they make assumptions, whatever. Because I applied for it, I asked for this check mark. And if I go through all the trouble of getting the check mark, I feel like I should uphold the supposed values of the platform.
100%. Yeah.
But then there are other people that think a check mark makes them above everything. Which is why I still look at some people like, oh, you got a check mark when you just had a bunch of viewers, but you're still a shit person. Good job.
And now we're back on channel growth.
Yes. I mean, it is what it is. I'm also trying to just... Yeah, I think these, while they're pretty shiny math rocks, this mold is not good for UV resin.
Yeah, might not be.
The individual ones that are more clear might be better for it. I keep talking.
I like how that all came full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like smoke this so it's so there's not goo on my desk, literally.
But I don't know. It's like you said, nuance is gone. But also it seems almost like some days just common decency. That's out the fucking window. Reading comprehension. Just people paying attention, being mindful of something beyond themselves when they go into new spaces.
What? Well, and also here's the other thing, and here's the other thing. It's like if a mod or the streamer themselves tells you, hey, maybe don't do that, and you decide that the rules don't apply to you, and you get a timeout or subsequently a ban, that's a you problem that you cannot follow instructions.
Yep.
Or if you go around whining, I got kicked out of this space, maybe reflect on why that was.
Please.
So again, yeah, go ahead.
Don't go DMing, the streamers for another channel. Don't go DMing friends of the people about your ban. Personally, if Tanya bans you over here, I do not give a single fuck.
Yep, I just work here.
About it. Don't care.
Or because you can't DM me, or you show up and you're like, why am I banned? Because we had someone like that. Mid last and confused because the molds have been the most expensive part for me.
Yep.
Definitely mid, unless you are like going pressure pot shit.
Then it's high because the pressure pot, at least the smallest home pressure pot I found, was $300.
$300. Yep.
And I'm listening. I'm just trying to like cauterize these days, which sounds bad.
And then there's the other thing. It's like you're going to take off to social media and whine about how you've unfairly been treated. I know I'm not alone in this. If you got banned in my channel, I can guarantee you, I'm going to find your other socials and ban your ass there too, because I don't have the bandwidth for dealing with that nonsense.
Hi, Koala.
Yeah. Thank you for making yourself known to me on these social media platforms so I can ban you here as well.
Yep.
That's the way I feel. I'm like, oh, you mentioned me because you got banned. I didn't even read your message.
It's like, oh, you got banned? I wonder why.
I mean,
well, we're going to fix that now.
I will say that, in recent times, some people have caught a ban accidentally because of, we're a lot more stringent, to put it mildly. In which case, DM, that's fine. I'm not just out here booping people that I've never seen before, because that's generally how these people who've got caught a ban by accident are. I don't know who you are.
Or their name looks like a bot.
Yeah. And if you send me a message or something, tell me you're a real person, it's fine. But I mean, for generally speaking, if you caught a ban because you did something, you're not getting unbanned.
Oh, no. I scry. Like when, the hate raids were at their worst. Yeah. And there was someone who's actually a take this ambassador, didn't know. Jesus, Daspeth. Oh, I believe it. I believe it entirely. I entirely believe it.
It's believable. It's just.
I mean,
it takes so much energy.
let's not forget the guy that stalked me.
Oh yeah.
For 2 years, all because we told him, okay, cool, your friends may not have problems using the LGBT tag, but here it's an issue. And because it was when the LGBT tag was brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Latina Gig. And thanks, Camilla. How are you? Thanks for bringing your folks over. Welcome on in. Should we do a raid video since we got a few raids today?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's see if now. Here's the fun part. Let's see if the raid video wants to work.
I love the bore part. I never get tired of it.
All right. It's funny, I don't hear the audio, but there you go. Hello, everyone. I'm Tanya. Oh god, I play Invicta. I had to think about it for a hot second.
I know.
The High-Null Blade Keeper and both Invicta's pronouns, and mine are she, her.
All right.
I actually pull my blade on her and hold it up, and I'm like, I saved your life.
Much like watch, he just like is just like on the move on the beach, and then out in the distance, all you hear is someone here in the darkness, and he just runs
Oh
up,
God, I cannot.
and he just puts both hands on.
Do people know what abyssal chickens look like?
Yeah, they're nightmares. Oh, I'm not hiding. I just think he smells really good.
You complained about how he smelled like cheese.
Oh yeah, I'm not super consistent. And she's just gonna turn and start walking farther down the hall and
I'm
keep about
not
like
consistent.
keep about 5 meters between her and Invicta.
I like this woman. She has fire.
Must not burn through shit.
Ah, no, 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 no! Oh God, no! I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
Oh god, a bear! Oh god, bear!
Okay, I will look at the chat in a minute because I don't want to die. Ah! Fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I'm just like kind of distracted by the way the weather looks in this game. Oh shit! Oh shit! 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 Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, she's no, thank you. Goodbye. Nope. There is valor in running the fuck away. I sure am. I entirely the fuck am. Goodbye. No, no, man. Well, that weirds me out. Ah! Oh,
Bye,
you
Bo.
son of an Antivan whore! Who did that?
All right. Hi, y'all. We're back. Enjoy the raid video. That's what you can get
From
here.
Mafia
Yeah.
in that video.
Yeah.
I did that exact same thing.
No.
Exact fucking same thing.
No, you didn't.
I did. Slid straight off the road
Oh
into
no.
the swamp. And I was just like, oh, go me. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
well, I don't feel so bad now.
Oh wow.
Misery loves company.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like, well, shit. This is how Lincoln dies. This is how Lincoln dies. But yeah. But like with the banding thing, you know, to come back to what we were talking about before I did the raid video. Ow, I sometimes don't have enough hand strength to do some of this shit. Okay, this one the non-UV version of this came out much better. There are people that like, well, so for those of you that are new to the channel, yeah, I had a Twitch stalker. They may still be out there for all I know. Zero Dimples, you still here?
Yeah,
I'm still here, yeah.
Okay,
I thought you were still going.
No,
Yeah, I did too. I didn't want to interrupt.
I get paranoid with Discord because I've been in a group chat and didn't realize that Discord had dropped me. I thought everybody just stopped talking to me.
Oh, shit.
And I was just talking and didn't hear nobody. I didn't realize the call had dropped just for me.
Oh no.
And I'm like, damn, everybody just left me. Okay, bye.
Oh, no.
I get it, because like when you're streaming too, like it goes into streamer mode and you don't get notifications from Discord. So
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I've definitely been there.
And it's just like, oh, okay, it was just me. Okay. But this is
no,
also just like
we were listening.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to give that person too much credit, but it was a shitty year and a half. And it almost made me stop streaming. It really did.
I do not blame you in the slightest. That shit is terrifying.
Well, that and also, well, and the people are like, just ignore it. You're giving them attention. Okay.
That shit wears on you though. Like, when I first started streaming, the reason I stopped was because it wore on me that people were just coming into my chat just to say awful, nasty things.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, Twitch has better tools now. Not to say that it's good, but it's better now than it was back then. But yeah, it would just be people just jump in chat, say all kinds of, call me all kinds of monkeys and yada, yada, yada. And at some point I was just like, you know what? This is not worth it. Like, it's not worth being here.
And to a lot of the folks just watching, I mean, it's like, y'all realize we're not convoluted AIs, right? There's no life model decoy action going on. We're people, actual and whole. So there needs to be the grace and space for us to feel what we feel. And this shit builds up. So, you know, maybe the whole don't feed the trolls, don't listen to them, blah, blah, blah. It's not as helpful as you fucking think.
Yeah. And I'm far more thick-skinned now. I doubt that much of the stuff that bothered me back then would bother me the same way now, but that doesn't mean that everyone is. And I think that's another thing that people have to say, like, just shake it off. I don't tell people to just shake it off, because that's depending on where you are emotionally and what's going on in your life. A lot of stuff can build up in a way that's not good. And like, let people handle things how they need to handle it.
Yeah, that's the part that bugs me, especially when people come in the chat and they're like, you know, you're just giving them attention. How about you shut the fuck up?
Yep.
How about you just shut the entire fuck up? Because A, ain't nobody asked you. And B, the people that say that are usually cis straight white dudes that ain't been harassed a day in their life.
Yep.
And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a streamer... Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's just like, when you deal with this shit and you're literally afraid to turn on your stream, then come holler at me.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're a streamer and that happens and they say, hey, to chat, don't pay this person any mind, then yeah. But like, sometimes I might roast a fucking troll. I might pay them no attention, and I might just fucking roast the shit out of them. Like,
turn it into a damn comedy hour.
Yeah.
But also, it's the framing of the conversation. Like, we talk about, or people are out there slinging non-wisdom about get thicker skin, ignore them, don't pay into it, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, I get it. There are a lot of times I wear my heart right on my fucking sleeve. Let's turn the conversation to making this world something that doesn't automatically make it a target.
Yeah.
I am one of those people who tells people, don't apologize for trolls coming in. I don't care for the sorries or sympathies personally, because it bogs me down. I don't want to think about it. On this, I don't need a bunch of sorries and apologies. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Yada yada yada. I appreciate it, but I'm quick to get over these things. And if you keep telling me how sorry you are, that makes me less quick to get over it. So I'm one of those people who's like, I don't care for that, but other people might. And this is one of those things, you know, read the room sort of things.
Yeah, and it's done. It's dusted. We did the thing. Let's move on.
Yeah.
It irks me to my fucking soul. It's like when people apologize for being white. And I'm like,
please don't fucking do that.
Just look at them, and I keep looking at them like, what does that do for me?
It's absurd. I'm not, because no one's asking for that at all.
No, I,
Like
I feel you,
you're
Serena.
taking the wrong fucking like that. You're getting the whole wrong fucking message if that's the conclusion you came to. That I should apologize for being white.
Hey,
Like-
hey, Dimples. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wore a cowboy hat on stream. Continue.
You know what? I can't
Just like-
stand y'all.
Apologizing for being a guy because dudes are fucking awful around the internet. Like, I'm not apologizing because I'm a dude. Like, I'm sorry that people are awful. Don't get me wrong, but like, apologizing because you're a dude is not helpful in any way. It's gonna make people side eye you, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not all men. Never do that. Just don't. Just don't.
Every time I see that phrase, I just imagine the Kool-Aid Man.
What?
It's literally the Kool-Aid Man effect of this big, loud, nonsensical thing busting through the wall like they're breaking into the conversation. It's like, it's not about that, and it sure as hell isn't about you. And if you're feeling a certain way, it's time for a little bit of soul inventory there.
Yeah. No, I feel you, Serena. Well, it's like, and I talked about this, and we'll probably, oh God, it's only been 2 hours. Feels like we've been talking forever. Maybe it's just me, because we started later than normal for me and my morning streams. Well, like we were talking about when Tuck hopped on the other day, where we were talking about, like, your feels, and like when you talk about your looks, and then people go, but I think you're cute. And it's like, I ain't fucking ask you for first off. But secondly, that doesn't negate how I feel about myself in this moment. Or why I, like for me, I don't have a camera on a lot. Because too many people have come in here and called me a man or ugly or fat or whatever. And it's like, at a certain point, you get sick of that shit. I don't care how tough somebody's supposed to be. I don't care how strong somebody's supposed to be. Getting called that shit constantly, or when you have on a camera, it's why a lot of people I know don't want to stream. Or getting called a fucking monkey or whatever. Hey, malfunct. And it's just like, I don't need to deal with this shit at all.
Yeah.
Or them coming at it like it's wrong for you to feel the way you do. That shit, I'm not having it. I'm just not fucking having it. It's okay to be not okay. And my wife and I have been together over 20 years now, right? And we still have body image issues. So she understands, and I understand mutually, that when we're not liking the way we look, even when the other compliments it, it's always couched in the, I understand you don't feel this way. I still think you're beautiful, but it's okay if you don't. I get it.
Yep.
Hi,
100%.
Celestial. You know what? If someone assumes you're trans, and if you're not, if you're cisgender, that's their problem, but it should never make you feel sad. Because being trans is not something you should ever feel sad about, if you were. Even if you were.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because people come in and Bronze gets it, and to me, Bronze looks very feminine. But ever since she cut her hair short, she gets people to come in and call her a man all the fucking time.
For fuck's sake.
And Bronze has been getting that since fucking forever. And this...
it's not
Bronze
to be
was one of the
sad
first
about.
people I discovered on Twitch years back. And I remember seeing it then, and I was like, this is why I stopped streaming. This is the kind of shit that made me stop streaming. It's just people come in and just say reckless shit.
Oh, they absolutely do, but it's like, I hate toxic positivity, and that's why, like, there's also some people that reply to almost every fucking tweet. Or like when I post photos, like I'm weirded out. 3 people retweeted my photo from yesterday. I can only see 1 retweet.
Oh no.
And I don't know if it's people I muted, but why would you retweet someone's photo? It's not like I was with a group of people and we were together. It was an event. They just retweeted my photo. I'm like, where's this photo going, and why did you retweet it? Like,
Hit the like and keep it moving, y'all. Just hit the like and keep it moving.
Yep.
Right, like I retweeted, and this is, like I'm actually friends with Matt. So like the photo shoot they did, I retweeted that photo of him, but he is actually my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus the fucking rando critter that ain't gonna ever meet this man or get to know him that retweets it or quote tweets it with some creepy shit.
Yeah, I was beyond done with that whole thread of "Step on Me, Mommy" to some of Marisha's photos.
Ooh. Yo.
Good God.
I'm like, y'all need. Well, Dosma, if you've seen me put no advice, and what do people do? You've seen me say just venting. What do people do? People still fucking do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Birdie, how are you?
And
And it sucks. Good.
I find it funny. It's like, you might think of those things. Like, I might think of saying something in the advice thing, even after I see this. And then I'm like, but it says don't do it. So you know what I'm not going to do?
That.
Like.
Well, I also can call you Dimples and be like, the fuck?
Yeah. But I mean, like, what I'm saying is okay to think the thought, but sometimes it's not necessarily okay to tweet it. Especially when someone tells you not to. Like, it's in the instructions right there. It says, don't do this. And if you still do it, that makes you the asshole.
Yeah. Well, also, like, the thirst tweets, I don't know, for me, like, the whole weird step on me, spit on me, I'm like, again.
Those are creepy. They will always be creepy to me.
They will always be creepy, but it's even more creepy when it's someone you don't even know.
Yep.
That, exactly.
Like, if I have a tweet where I'm feeling myself and put it out there and somebody replied to that, A, I'd delete the tweet, and B, I'd probably block them. I don't know you like that.
Yep.
And also just coming through on some of this, like, cool, that's your kink. I'm not going to kink shame, whatever. You don't know this fucking person at all.
Yeah.
You are now objectifying them to the nth degree. What is wrong with you?
Yep. And I'm like,
Yeah. I think that's the part that weirds me out the most is you just run up in somebody's shit that you don't know
welcome back.
And be like, step on me. And I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, also people charge for that. Pay people what they're worth.
Fuck you, pay me.
Seriously. Well, here's the thing too, and this may be a little spicy for 11:30 in the morning Central, but kink isn't always about actual sexual gratification.
Correct.
Yep.
The term mindfuck is around for a reason.
Correct. Not going into details on that, just correct. We'll just
Yep.
And Lamia, if you want to hop in chat and add to this, feel free. I don't know if you have work or clients, but Lamia can speak to this far more eloquently than I can. Oh, exactly, Malfunct. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, I guess, like, context is important, of course.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm just getting a pink pen.
You know, if someone's asking you, what would you want me to do to you in this photo? Explicitly heels, yada, yada, yada. That's another story than someone who's just posted a photo of me looking fine today. I feel I'm feeling myself. Like,
consent in all fucking things, people.
I'm listening. I just stepped away to get paint pens because now the shiny math rocks are compelling me, and I might want to try to use them for Black Dice tonight.
Do it.
Do the thing.
Hi, Baltar.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello, Lamia.
Yes.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
And also, just a content note, we are going to talk about, I mean, quote unquote adult topics, but if you're under 18, A, you shouldn't be here anyway. If you're under 13, you shouldn't be on Twitch. So you've been duly noted. Please continue.
I will be right back.
Zero's like, shit, I'm not old enough for this. Bye.
But yeah, no, like, as an asexual kinkster who's also an educator in the kink communities, like it's such a like breach of what we're supposed to be doing to like put your kink on other people, and it's just toxic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that comes up too, because like there was once in a while I'll see the conversation about like people, like there was a woman, I don't know if it was a Kroger or somewhere, where they had their sub on a leash in the grocery store.
No, every time that happens, it just pisses me off because it's like, yes, I would love to do that too, but you know what? Like, do like the rest of us, get creative, rent out a space, set it up like a grocery store, and live your best life. But
Well,
stop bringing other people into it without their
Yes.
consent. It's the
Yes.
whole thing is about consent. What are you doing? Why do you think you are that infallible and that important that you can just steamroll people like that?
right, like I went out to get eggs and toilet paper. That was not what I accepted today.
Yup.
Right, time and place. Now, if I'm at the club and that's the mood, or if I go to specific spaces, that's what that space is for, and then you're still shocked it happens, that's a you problem.
That is a you problem at that point.
Yep. And that's also the like, there's the difference between, steamrolling people's consent in public versus like your ability to change the channel. Like, if you are in a dungeon and you're like, oh, my pearls, how dare they? Like, no, just walk away. Stop watching it.
Right? Where it's like,
Back and agreed.
right, but it's like, or if you like, or even like if you have roommates and you decide it's that time and you want to get your groove on, but you're playing whatever you're watching to enjoy yourself at max volume, your roommates didn't consent to that shit. Or you bring someone home and y'all are doing your thing, but you decide we're gonna have breakfast with you sitting at my feet, and I'm feeding you. Your roommates did not consent to that thing. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, unless they did, right? Like, that is a once again, it's communication. Have the conversation with your roommates. Like, it is very possible. Like, my roommate and I agree that our house is clothing optional. So we may see each other naked, and that is perfectly fine. We both agree that our apartment is, kink positive, and as long as you let someone know, like, go for it.
Yeah. The rules are different depending on your household and who's down. Like, but have the discussion. Don't spring this shit on people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Malfunct, right? Well,
because it's not a surgical strike at that point. If you didn't have the talk, if there was no conversation, congratulations. What you're doing now has an area of effect.
Yeah,
I'll be
now you're
honest with
just a
y'all.
jerk.
I lived in a fraternity house. We had rules on these things. And if you broke the rules, you got kicked out. It was pretty fucking simple. And guess what? The entire time I was there, we kicked no one out.
Because y'all actually talked about it.
Because we talked about it.
Wait, what? I'm sorry,
what?
A glass toy on the
what did they?
First off, those things are expensive. Why would you leave it on the mantle?
What? I cannot.
All of us just had like a moment where we were just like,
glass toys are a thing, but those fuckers are expensive. They're not just for decoration unless you got money like that.
They insisted it was art.
I'm sure it was
Somebody
beautiful.
at least had like a tasteful, very nicely done wooden display or some lighting. I mean, really class it up.
Or just was it a glass dick just laying around?
Like, not to mention that.
No.
No. What?
Oh, no. 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 Oh, no.
Oh
Oh. Okay, so can we okay, I don't want to get anybody banned here, but let's talk about safety for a moment. Because
This is educational.
You can't just put things into yourself without cleaning them, and if stuff is sitting on a mantle, it gets dusty. Like, you don't want that. That's infection territory. Please clean
You are
your
watching
things.
Better Homes and Gardens and Orgasms.
I'm changing the name if Twitch will let me. Okay, but here's the thing. Most of those toys that are glass are actually Pyrex. And they're so thick, you would really have to do some acrobatic shit to break them.
Okay, but like, listen, if you know the people I know and have done some of the things that I have seen, like, they break. They do.
Oh
Be
my
careful.
god. Oh my god, I'm afraid now. Jesus.
You know what's
You're
really
afraid?
funny?
I'm intrigued.
You know what's really Cypher, you know what's funny? That is exactly what people say after they watch me play.
That's not a conversation for the stream right now. I'm like, wait a minute. My brain just went so in that direction.
I am on my second cup of coffee. What the fuck?
I just needed to see the reaction.
You saw the gears turn, stop, then the light bulb went, wait, not right now.
Nope. Maybe later, but not now.
Well, also, we are on stream, but also, you know, Lamia doesn't live far from me. Wow, Mandy. Now Mandy shows up with this.
Better Homes, Gardens, and Redacted.
Thank you, Lady Luck.
Wow. Wow. Neither was iSparks, but we're here now.
This is how it works. Like, this is how these conversations
This is an
go.
entirely different growth conversation, so just heads up.
Oh my god.
So being serious for a moment though, I really do want to do like a sex education type stream. But I don't know how to do that without getting banned. Honestly.
Is there anyone at Twitch you can reach out to?
I don't know, because when I asked about it, it all depends on what you do. And then Blasian bitch, who is on stream and we've met through fandoms and other stuff. And they have tried to, and their other channels have been banned. Now, I don't know how they were presenting the content, if it was show and tell, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, because
I don't even know the actual rule set on that shit.
Because to me, it would be an educational bit. It would be like us talking, but it'd be more of a podcast. And there is the American Sex Podcast.
Rules. Like sex.
I mean, I'm pretty sure as long as I'm not like whipping out a fucking dildo and explaining how to use it, which, please, for the love of God, no one clip that and take it out of context.
I was actually going to ask if you know Sunny and have talked to her.
Yes, I got to meet Sunny at the one Patreon conference I went to. And Sunny's partner has been trying to get into streaming in the RPG space. I don't know if either is lurking, but
okay.
My peanut butter chocolate Chex mixed cereal did not expect this time. You know, it's truly a variety of what you're going to get here. Hi, Mandy.
Oh, we're doing this in front of your salad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen,
you know,
there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to be able to do that. There has to be,
yeah.
Yeah, I have to think so too.
Yes,
go ahead. If anyone would know how to make that happen, it would be.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Sunny does anything on Twitch, but they have an audio podcast.
Yeah, also they've done the TV show and everything, so they're used to skirting those rules and figuring it out. That's why I asked.
Yeah, well, there's also the part of it to be had of, you know, not the skinny blonde white girl that looks like, you know, that does tricks on YouPorn, but having an actual educational conversation about about like, like some people don't know about polyamory. Some people don't know about, pleasure when you are disabled or pleasure when you are not like, again, a size 2 white chick, which is what people expect and pay for when they pay for porn.
Yeah. I feel like that would like the ethical non-monogamy discussion would be probably the easiest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And some stuff
so.
would probably have to be off platform.
Yeah, or that could be like a let's chat about this in Discord and someone shares their screen.
Yeah.
That might be the approach if you can't get straight answers from Twitch.
Yeah, and I've tried to ask, but I got the usual vague as long as it doesn't violate TOS, and I'm like, I need an answer so I don't accidentally violate TOS. That's why I'm asking.
I'm always so like I'm reticent to talk about any sex topics ever on Twitch because Twitch's rules about this don't explain jack shit. And when you're asked to clarify, they still don't explain jack shit.
Wait, Twitch being cryptic about something? No, surely not.
Fun fact, education is National Family Sex Education Month.
Oh,
hey.
Fun.
So happy October. We're just on theme.
There we go.
By accident, but still.
Don't tell anyone.
That's what happens when you let us loose in these Twitch. Wow, Mandy, I see you with that clip.
Wow, Faye. Wow.
Growth.
Growth. What kind of growth, though? Oh, are captions not working, Tuck? Are you still here? Because I'm using the OBS captions. I'm not using the other ones.
They look like they're working.
Oh, no, I looked in mod chat.
Oh, that was from a while ago. They were pretty iffy for a while, but they got way better.
Okay. What do you mean, Nea? Oh no, Faye. Oh no. Mandy.
Not like the step family categories.
I'm waiting for this, like.
Well, we're here now. We're here now doing the thing.
Right.
Because I was like, well, we did go down this rabbit hole, but are we really that ready?
It's to promote essentially parents actually talking about their kids about sex instead of just like hand waving it away.
Yes.
That's why it's National Family National Family Sexuality Education Month. And so yeah, that's why.
Gotcha. Understood now.
Okay, Ms. Face is saying they can't see captions.
Are you on a computer or a phone?
I'm seeing captions.
I'm seeing them, but I don't particularly like the OBS ones because they're that you can't change them. That's the only option, and they're only in that one spot. With the Gooseman codes, while they may not be as great sometimes, you can move them around.
Yeah.
Like you can move them around, you can put them in a square, in a long bar, which is why I sometimes prefer that over the OBS ones. There should be a little CC button on the stream. Click that, and you may need to click those because I can turn mine off and on.
Last and confused, parents realized they didn't give you a sex talk until you were like 21. I got a sex talk when I was like 3.
What?
Dead ass. Yeah. Because, well, I mean, I'm one of 8 kids, so I had questions.
Okay.
And those questions got more and more as, more babies started to happen. I'm like, yo, I'm coming up with a lot of brothers and sisters now, and they don't just appear out of nowhere. And my mom was super honest with me about how everything worked. And I was like, okay,
that's good.
Cool.
Yeah, my mom and a lot of my family members are like nurses and stuff, and so my mom worked on OB, and as horrible as she is, like that was one thing of like, no, we got the sex talk real early, real often.
I did not get it mainly because my mother was very Catholic,
Mm.
and the answer was don't.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, I was terrified of sex for a while because of how many children my dad had. Because I was like, yo, is this like a genetic thing where I pass down to super swimmers? Like,
Not the super swimmers, no.
my dad has 15 kids.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yo.
So I was a little reticent for a while there.
Everyone,
Yes, I
people
said
came out
15.
alert to say 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
Had sex 15 times. Yeah.
Yeah, so super swimmers is a legit concern with that many.
You know,
Well,
I got
it's not
nothing.
anymore.
Okay, so rando side note, Art and Audio, who does a lot of fan art for Black Dice, did a fan art of me after I posted my photo straight out of the shop yesterday. I just threw it in chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just saw it and I'm like, dude.
Oh, that is so cool.
That's dope.
And I'm like, wow.
Yo, that's a winner right there.
I'm just like, well, shit. Sorry. Of course, now my face has decided to itch and my nose wants to run because we've been on camera a while. The streamer's lament.
Oh, that's how it happens for sure.
We've been here, 2.5 hours, and my face was fine, and now... Hey, D'Angelo.
What's getting me is like, right now, my cat's not bothering me. Like,
of course.
Not around me at all. But as soon as I go to stream later...
Well, your cat was like all in your face during the game.
Oh,
that was hilarious.
And I don't have doors for my office because it's like a room in between the kitchen and the living room.
Yeah.
And so my cats can always get in here. And I swear he has a nose for when I'm streaming because he's just here.
He hears you talking. That's what it
Soon as
is.
I'm on. Well, he hears me talking now. He's nowhere to be fucking found.
Because you're not on. There's probably
Exactly.
there's probably a difference in how you talk.
Mm-hmm.
Content voice.
That's what it is. Content voice. Don't even notice I do it. It's like my customer service voice when I walk into a store.
Huh?
Or am I dealing with white people voice?
I mean, where's the lie, though? Where's the lie?
Hello, welcome to Cypher's stream. How can I help you today?
Oh my god.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
this
and
is
welcome
Amir,
to Cypher of
and
Tears
I'm
stream.
wondering if you could help me with something.
You know what's funny?
Today, we are discussing orgy etiquette by using this Voltron doll. Let's continue.
Oh my god.
So you know what's really funny? DJ found the sound effect for when calls get disconnected or they don't. Remember when we used landlines?
Yes.
So here's the noise. And I'm just like, I have a stream deck. I need to map it to the stream deck somehow. Because I need that. I'm sorry, your joke did not land as you hoped.
I'll occasionally still bust out the movie phone voice for scam callers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh no, what do you do to them, Zero?
You have reached Zero Reynolds. For Espanol, press uno. For local times, please press 5 now.
No, you don't.
No.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, I'm hollering. Not the sound of the number you've dialed has not been recognized. Yes, it is. DJ found it. He's incorporated it into his stream deck. Well, he's got to go XLR.
Yeah. One day I'll get one of those. And
Your
my
birthday's
troll
coming,
game will
isn't
be
it?
set
Is
up
it?
so high.
Yeah, someone's birthday is when we're in Philly for Unplugged.
My birthday is not until after PAX, but I've
it's close
explained this
enough.
before. It's a shit day to have a birthday. It's the day after Christmas.
But it's close enough, right?
I think that has been decided for me, just because I put out an errant tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's too late. It's out there now.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, maybe I should do this, and then people just took it, and now they're running with it.
I don't have threats, Allie. It is aggressive kindness.
Very aggressive kindness.
Nestor,
I am, Val. I am.
Nestor said that I am not. Was it incorrigible? It was some word Nestor called me.
Incorrigible. Yeah.
Incorrigible sounds about right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wait a second.
What?
When's your birthday, Cypher?
It's not until April.
Oh, okay. I'm March.
The DM
so, hey.
will remember that.
It is April 5th. If you all just want to mark it down.
Oh, hell yes.
But
that
I don't know.
explains so much.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. Next year, let's see what day of the week my birthday falls on. My birthday is on a Tuesday. Next year. What day in March is your birthday?
Actually, March 27th. We're only like a week apart.
That explains so much.
Yeah, it does.
I'm an Aries. Yes, I'm an Aries. Yep, you gonna get this kindness. I mean, but I'm also conflicted because next year is not quite a milestone birthday, but it's also, knock on wood, hopefully not third birthday in a pandemic.
Oh,
Yes.
God. Yeah.
Won't you be doing the cruise then around that time?
No, I'll be back from the cruise. I should be back.
Got you.
April, I should be back. I
Yeah.
better be
I
back.
couldn't remember the dates.
Early March is the cruise.
Got you.
Hey, Hero by Clicking, how are you? Yeah, I'll be 49 next year. No, but by that last I'm confused, I mean, it's not like 30, 40, 50. It's 49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be back unless it's a 3-hour cruise that goes really bad. Then, oh well, we're fucked.
Knock
I
on
know-
wood.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm going to knock on my desk. Yes, the idea of should be back. But when I say landmark, I mean like 30, 40, 50, 60, something like that.
Yeah.
We're
I
the same
got you.
age, Headlam? I did not know that. Yep, I will be 49 next year, and my partner, his birthday is a month ahead of mine. He'll be 55 next year.
Nice.
Yeah, because he was born in 67. Although people at his job keep saying that he doesn't look his age, and I'm like, because you actually take care of yourself?
Yeah.
Also, black don't crack.
I get that a
Yo.
lot. And I'm like, I guess that's a good thing, but I mean, like, what should I look like? I don't know.
Hey,
It's
Aaron.
really
Old looking, do you expect me to look? Shit.
Oh, yay, Hoodlum.
All I know is I shaved this beard and I regressed 20 years.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine you without a beard, Zero.
I
Right?
cannot.
Don't worry, because if ever I do, Catherine will, I repeat, will murder me.
Yeah, so me, Hoodlum, and Imperial are all the same year.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Okay.
Misty is Misty's birthday just passed recently, so September. Oh no, Last and Confused. Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, white potato, yay. Wait, are we that close in birthday, Potato? And I keep wanting to call you your old username. I'm sorry. I can't remember it, thankfully, but my brain just goes to your old username. Sorry, my nose is itching and I can't stand it.
I feel like my mom has gotten younger looking as more of the children have moved out of the house.
That-
Well,
that's,
yeah, cause and effect.
that's her
Yeah.
secret. That's her secret.
Because I was looking at a picture of my mom that she posted recently. I was like, you look younger than when I came and saw you on your 55th birthday. And that was 3 years ago.
Wow. She ain't got y'all in the house no more.
Yeah, I've been gone. I mean, from even living in the area for almost 9 years now. I can't believe I've been in Philly that long.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Well, that was a weird keyboard misclick. Sorry, I got distracted.
I
by a
just
thing.
seen
No
Girl by
worries.
Clicking's post. I'm like, yeah, I guess this is a thing for people who can grow beards.
You're not a small child. I still got I get carded on occasion when I try to buy liquor, and then without fail, it's always someone that's not old enough to scan the liquor when I get carded, and I'm like, you just asked for ID, but you can't. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? Because I used to work at Best Buy in high school, and I would get so much crap because I would card everyone for games because that's what we were told to do.
Yep.
And our store got hit once and somebody didn't card. And so everybody would make all the jokes and you know, chortle snort, ha, do I look that young? And I'm just like, dude, I'm just trying to keep my job.
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Because I had to do that at GameStop, and I'm like, listen, it's not about you.
Yo.
Right. Or people go, oh, he. I guess, you know, I need to do better. And I was like, look, it ain't my fault if you don't take care of your face. I just need a fucking ID.
I was like, you can take this as a compliment or an insult. It doesn't matter to me.
What's really...
Oh, go ahead. Actually, I'm going to get a bio break. Y'all keep talking.
Sounds good.
What's really funny is when they're wrong, because I have not been carded hardly ever, even though, like, I should have been being carded for ages, and I was able to do stuff I should have had no business in doing because people were like, oh, yeah, no, you're cool, I'm sure. I'm like, right, I'm cool. I'm 15, but yeah, let me into this venue. Let's go.
I used to get carded for the randomest shit. Like, not stuff that I should have got carded for when I was younger, but just like random shit. Like, I'll be at a movie. This is R-rated. Oh, you're 16. You can't get into it. Or I'm trying to buy cough medicine. Nope, you're not old enough for cough medicine. Go up to this club, 21 plus, walk right in this bitch. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with my life?
Listen, I will never forget the first time I was ever hit on by a man was at a grocery store. I was with my dad. I was 13, and this dude looking old enough to be my granddad is like, hey girl. And I'm like, my dad's over here. I'm gonna go there.
I got to say, we went into it was a wine shop the other night, and they had one of those signs: if you were born on unless you were born on such and such date in the year 2000.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely the villain at the end of The Last Crusade, just shriveling inside.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's been 84 years. It's like, do I hand you my ID or my AARP card? Which would you like?
Seriously, it gets me sometimes because I think about like my little brothers and sisters. Because, you know, between me and my youngest sister, there's almost a 21-year difference.
Oh, wow.
Woo! Well, shit. She's closing in on high school graduation. Oh, God.
Did I just hear a bell toll somewhere? That was ominous.
I'm like, I'm considered one of the elder millennials. And I'm like, well, we're going through like all of these generations in my own house.
Well, Dimples, as an elder statement, of the millennials. What do you feel about today's youth?
I'll tell you a thing that I said the other night that really made me laugh at myself. I said, I realize that the older I'm getting, the more I dress like a dad who's still kind of cool, understands the lingo. Like, I know what drip means, but like, I'm not a person who's going to use that in my everyday life to describe how I dress. And I'm like, wow, this says so much about me and says so much about the kids too. Jesus.
It's happening to you, Dimples. There's no escape. Time marches on.
I'm like, I had the same music opinions as like my parents did. I'm like, this shit, not for me. I fall into these same ruts and I'm just like, wow, yup, I'm turning into my parents.
So anyone else feeling like adding some bourbon to their coffee, or is it just me?
No, that is yeah.
What shenaniganry did you all get up to? Do I still have a chat?
Welcome back to the happiest chat ever, Cypher.
Oh no, what did you all do?
Confused us. That is so goddamn accurate.
What did you all do? I'm like, oh god, what happened?
We killed our souls while you were gone.
Yeah, we did.
So I'm sorry, Kent is not here to make a soul trinket. I don't know why you did that.
Y'all presuming I have a soul.
Yeah, I'm a freelancer of over 20 years. What soul?
Realizing that I'm new to this freelancing thing is a weird thing. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to make money. What happens when that dries up though? What do I do? How do y'all live? What happens next?
Right? Well, and that's an interesting conversation because people don't think about that stuff.
Oh, I'm over here like, how do I structure my 401ks for like self-employed contractors? Technically, I fall into. Do I have to register as a business in order to pay myself? How do I figure out these tax loopholes? And I'm like, oh, I am getting old.
That's not old though. And the thing is,
it's being smart, but like it's the stuff that I wouldn't think of when I was in my 20s.
I mean, it's not old because my my financial team is like breathing down my neck, being like, we got to get you this thing and this thing. And I'm like, y'all going to have to slow down and explain this to me in a way that a poor person can understand because I don't know what these words you're saying are.
Don't worry, Dimples. I'm already scheduling some streams next week. That'll be sponsored by Werther's Original, and I'll be playing some cribbage.
Wow. Hey, why did Block Party... Okay, Block Party seems to have unlinked itself everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I got a note. I got a note both for Motherlands and for Rivals of please relink your Twitter. And I'm like, what? It must be something on Block Party's end because I've gotten it.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I didn't unlink it. And I asked if anyone on Rivals had. And they're like, no, we don't even know how to get in it. And I'm like, well, it's on their end. Okay. Sorry, doing a thing. All right, bye, Malfunct. Have a good day. Bye, Last and Confused. Yeah, we've been on like 2 hours, 40 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we just been chatting. It was like, I'm going to get on and have a quick chat. And then suddenly.
I appreciate it, though. It was good to talk to someone else about the brain goblins.
Oh, we don't have to stop. Yeah, I just noticed how long. I just noticed how long we've been talking. I'm like, oh, because whenever I do these impromptu chatting streams, not like the old plan ones, I'm like, it'll just be an hour. No one wants to hear me talk about this shit. And 4 hours later.
Yep.
You are incorrect.
It's brain goblins. The whole point of me doing that thread of me
I
feeling
will say
very
that
boring.
That's one thing I wanted to mention earlier that I didn't get to was to thank you for actually posting that thread because knowing we're not alone in these thoughts is so fucking valuable.
Yeah. It made a difference. I was like, I talked to my wife about it when I saw the
Hey,
thing. I was
Amanda.
like, this is relatable. This is the kind of stuff that I talk to you about because this is how I feel.
Yeah, because it's wild, y'all. It's one of those things where it's like, and it's like I don't post it, and that's the other thing. It's like I don't post it for pity. It's that, or to be like, oh my god, I'm just like you. And no, I'm me, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you just need to get it out, and that doesn't mean you need someone to tell you how wrong you are or how right you are. Even it just means that you just needed to get some shit off your chest.
yep.
Yeah, laments our society and the isolation and lack of ability to see people, and the fact that despite all my efforts, I will forever have a fallback because people will always need therapy while I'm alive.
Yep. Yep, burnout. Because I've debated streaming stuff, and it's just streaming's work, as we all know. And if you don't know, streaming is a lot of work. You've never streamed. And it irks me. I don't even know why I started saying irks me to my soul, but when people think that streaming is simply I turn on a camera, I play a game, and I scream and holler and get money. That's not how streaming works at all. I'm not 20-something white dude, bro, that people think that's how I'm supposed to act. If I acted like some of the big partner streamers we see on this platform, my channel would get yanked.
I actually had a whole bit about that mindset that got me in a lot of trouble.
Oh?
Yeah, on one of the streams, I was early on. I literally turned on the camera and I said, "Hey there, it's your boy YDYT McDouchebag. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe."
And how did that get you in trouble? Where was the lie?
Exactly.
Where was the lie, though?
Some people were very in their feels about it.
That was too much truth for people. That was too much truth. They
Fuck
weren't
them
ready.
people. I say that with my whole chest. Fuck those people.
I mean, there's shit even to this day that I would love to stream, and I can't because I have to think about the
Hi,
support.
Chris and Chill.
Yep.
Who's actually going to down to come hang out and whatnot, and that's why also it's like I'd love to stream more games because I got tons of games that I'd love to play, but every time I do, numbers nosedive.
Yep. Or like, these early morning streams, Toph's host notwithstanding, those are my best times. But I also have to think about, am I overlapping people who normally stream at that time? Like Furwick, when he's normally on, is on like 7:30 my time till about 10, and then Panda's now on 10 to 1 or whatever. And it's like, but also, do you not stream because you don't want to overlap a friend or someone you mod for? But I know if I stream like 7 o'clock at night, my normal community, a lot of which are not in the US, won't be there because that's 1 a.m. for them, or people are streaming at that time.
Yep.
Because there is definitely a significant drop off when I stream at night versus when I stream earlier in the day. Because we have community overlaps, and that's bound to happen with like people that were around, and that is something to think about. Like, I like that shouldn't stop you from streaming. That's not what I'm saying, but it is something to think about when you're like other people who have similar people in their chats or you share communities with, like how you overlap.
And you're right. It shouldn't necessarily stop you. But let's be honest. We don't want to step on each other's toes. We don't want to steal food out of each other's mouths. And it's a constant fucking juggling act with the schedule sometimes, simply because, let's face it, we know a lot of folks. We mod for a lot of folks. We're in a lot of communities, and there's so much damn overlap, and inevitably you're going to do that, but it makes you check yourself every single time.
Yep. Or it just makes you wonder, and there's no good way to phrase it. It's like, well, if I know, like, we know Panda's on right now, and Zero and I both mod for Panda. We're there, and I've got a tab open to keep an eye. Yep. But I'm also here, and again, my morning streams have been so sporadic. But it's like, well, shit, I'm up before the chickens again, and I might as well get up and stream. But then I know by a certain point, other people I mod for may be getting ready to go live.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Melissa. But
And
also,
that's before. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that, or people that we get the work and lurk crowd where they can't really interact with chat, but they keep a window open.
Yeah. And all of this before you even start factoring in what's the best time for me to schedule this thing so I can give my friends a boost with a raid and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do this one game instead of another? Should I do this
Oh
one
God,
stream
yes.
instead of another?
And let's just be real, since we're like we brought up Panda and other folks, those of us that did the New World thing,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, I support you, I'm here for your content no matter what you do. But if you're a crafting streamer and you suddenly play a game, everybody's suddenly ghost. That's not supporting you no matter what you do. Even if you don't give a fuck about New World, your friend, or if not an actual friend, like the person that you say you like and you give them $5 a month, that this is a paid opportunity, and doing well will help them get more paid opportunities. Pop open a fucking tab. Even if you never say a word, you're there. You've got it open. It helps as a view. And since we now know that auto hosts are fucked up, we know that if you don't double click the live button, it doesn't actually count.
Yep.
And it's bullshit that someone and it's hard because on the one hand, it's hard for it not to come off as not appreciative of your community. But on the other, it's like, don't say constantly, I don't care what you do, I'm here for you. And then when someone tries something different, you don't show up.
It's totally not true. Because my most popular streams were when I was doing Hades speed runs. And I had a bunch of people say, when I was like, I'm getting kind of burned out on Hades, I'm going to probably start playing some other stuff. I'll be around. Not around.
Hey, Noro, how are you?
And I remember when I was moving money off of Twitch, I was like, yo, support me on these other platforms.
That shit, yeah.
Tabs open. Mm-hmm. Guess where their money never came in?
I have no idea, Serena.
I never saw it. It never happened. I got a few right at the start.
I had the same damn thing early on when I was doing the larger builds, the more extravagant stuff. And then I thought, you know what? I haven't treated myself in a while. Would y'all be okay with me playing Chrono Trigger? It's my favorite old school RPG. Yeah, do the thing. Crickets. Fucking crickets. And some of those same people who are no longer in the community who said, yeah, we'll be there, were the same ones who were emailing me after I made the announcement of, hey, I've got to cut back the larger builds because the support isn't there.
Yep. Yeah, exactly, Adina. That's what happened. Like, my subs dropped, and I didn't get that money anywhere else. And I got lucky that a bunch of opportunities came my way right as that happened. But had I not, like, I'd probably be like looking for a gig that I can work on top of this. Because right now, money's good, but I don't know how long that's going to last for.
Yep.
I wish more people would understand when they say shit like that. We're at your mercy when it comes to that idea. We are absolutely at your mercy. So don't say that shit flippantly.
Right. Or it's like, that's how some people get super bitter. That's how some people get super bitter about creation. And I never want to be in that person. I never want to be that person. Yes. That is how, because at the end of the day, and let's be real, no one has to ever show up when I go live. No one has to show up when I announce a project or do whatever. No one is ever obligated to support any of us. And it's appreciated when y'all show up. But there's also the don't tell people you support everything if you're really not going to show up when they try something new.
Exactly that.
And I'm okay. Like it's Halloween. I'm doing more spooky games and stuff like that. If you don't want to show up for those games, I get it. I'm not like I know that I like that is self-inflicted, if anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm not mad at you. But like when I'm doing stuff that's in the same wheelhouse as something like Hades, which I tend to do a lot of. I'm playing some Castlevania or something like that, and I'm like, I got this key from these people who are like, you play games like this. Here's a key for a game, and then people don't show up for that game. That feels bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm trying to show off. I got a thing. This I'm passionate about this particular genre, and then the people who are normally here for these sort of things aren't because I'm doing something new. I'm like, what did I do wrong?
Yup.
The number of times I've started a project and I've had to cancel it. That weeks later someone will come by and say, "This was amazing. Why aren't you still doing this?"
Oh,
And
God.
I try to be polite, but there's a big part of me that wants to scream, "Where the fuck were you?" Or why I openly say on Twitter now when it comes to my shirt designs and shit that I don't take requests because there were too many damn times where someone wanted something or said they wanted something. I would spend the hours making the damn thing and I wouldn't see a single sale.
Yep. I mean, again, this is why I've got 35 pounds of pins in my closet.
Yep.
Where everyone's like, oh my God, I'll buy those extra pins because I fulfilled the Kickstarter. Still, but because, again, a quick lesson in Kickstarter, it was cheaper to buy 100, to get 100 of each pin made, even though no one had ordered that many of any pin. And then people are like, oh my God, I missed Kickstarter. I'll totally buy those. You know how many pins I sold post Kickstarter? Maybe 50. I gave away more at conventions, and I'll probably bring them to Unplugged and be like, for the love of God, take these pins so they can get out of my house. Because there's like seriously a 35-pound box in my closet that has now followed me to this new apartment of pins that I just am they're spent. I gain nothing by keeping them, but I also gain nothing. I would spend money to mail them out, even if I gave them away.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have to head out because I have a social work conference to go to. But
All right.
thank you.
Thank you. We're probably going to end. I'm debating if I want to. I'm debating if I want to raid Panda because I know she's going to end soon, or if we want to throw it over to DJ. But he's playing. Speaking of games I can't watch, he's playing Back 4 Blood, and I cannot watch Back 4 Blood.
I understand.
It's. Oh, speaking of Critical Role.
No judgment here.
Speaking of Critical Role, I just got weekly email. Oh, this is cute. There's a new hoodie and dress in the shop.
Oh, of course there is.
Of course there's a hoodie. It's hoodie season. God damn it.
I know, right? It just says the adventure begins. Oh no, not the Eyes of the Nine shirt. No. No. There's an Eyes of the Nine shirt. No, thank you. That's too creepy.
Oh, now I want to see it. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, you're gonna order it, aren't you?
I might.
I can hear the clicking now. I mean, I just want the hoodie. But I also just love my Critical Role hoodie. It's like so comfy.
I still need to get one.
It looks comfy. This looks like one of those lighter ones, which for a person like me who sweats all the goddamn time, this is what I'm looking for. Because this is the kind of shit I wear all winter.
Yep. I mean, when it gets cold in here, I've got a window open because it's 70 degrees in Chicago in October for some reason.
Yeah, we're closing in on 80 right now, and I'm just like,
Oof.
Why?
Oof.
It's October.
Like yeah.
It's like 2 weeks from November. It's what, the 21st?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
First, speaking of like work that needs to get done, I have stuff that I'm on behind.
Yeah, and I like y'all, but and here's the thing, I like y'all, but my cupcake in a jar is waiting, and I will not eat on stream.
Go manja manja.
I understand.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take it over to DJ because I always raid Panda, and I never get to usually raid DJ because sometimes we don't overlap. But let's go see who's doing. If Back for Blood's not your jam, I understand. We should go say hi because DJ's really cool, and you'll see us tonight on Black Dice Society. Mark Mir is stepping the DM chair again because if you're somehow watching this in at Gamehole Con and not doing panels, B Dave is at Gamehole Con along with Latia, and I think they're doing a game together this weekend. So if you're
that's the case,
yes. So yeah, I don't know if Gamehole Con's streaming anything or not, but since B Dave is in Wisconsin and not home, Mark is leading us on a Halloween themed adventure. Who knows what's going to happen? I certainly don't. So yeah, let's go see what DJ's up to, and then I'm gonna pop in and say hi to Panda. But I've got the stream open. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting. Let me switch over to stream ending. So we're gonna raid DJ because I rarely get to raid him.
Well, thanks for having us on. This was nice.
Yeah,
it was, and maybe we could do this more often if I could have a consistent time to get out of bed and be up.
I hear that.
Trip, I understand. Believe me.
Yeah, I don't think I even have. Yeah, I don't have credits set up on the scene. I'm so great at being a streamer, y'all. I'm so pro.
Streamer.
Right? I'm a pro. Let me also open DJ's stream so I can say hi. Yeah, see, and the thing is, Back for Blood, I love Left 4 Dead, but I couldn't fuck with Back for Blood. It was too much. But let's go see what DJ's doing. Also, if you want more chill and crafting, go over to Awkward Panda, and I'll see y'all tonight for Black Dice. Bye, y'all.
Noodles.